Evening, guys. How you all doing? Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 Day. Hashtag Shenmue Anime 2 Day. I hope you're all doing very well on this quite pleasant Thursday evening, which is in the UK. Pleasant means it's not pissing down with rain and it's mildly warm. Hope you're all good. As always, I have James with me. How you doing, man? You all good?
All good. Thanks, man. How about you?
Yeah. Been enjoying the week off work. Finished Jedi Survivor, which I would
Ooh.
recommend to anybody, even though it does have its performance issues.
Did you finish it today?
Yeah, literally this
It's a good
lunchtime
day to
today,
finish it, isn't it? May the 4th.
which was a bit of a fluke. But there we are. It's great game, worth playing. But yeah, it does have some performance issues. But I think that's just the unfortunate world we live in with games at the moment. I don't like it, but we are. It is what it is at the end of the day. So, moving on, we have a little bit of Shenmue news to go through. Not a huge amount. It's been a little bit of a quiet month, but yeah, these are the hard yards at the moment. James, do you want to take us through the first few little bits?
First bit we'll go through is the Shenmue documentary, Matt. So, obviously, these being shipped right now.
Yep.
Still waiting for my copy, unfortunately. But hopefully it'll arrive soon. But I know some of the UK's been covered. I think all of Canada's been covered now.
Yep, that's right.
From what I've heard. And I think the second batch of UK amongst other places are starting to be shipped right now. I think Ireland was one of them, and Germany. I think he's looking for anyone like a backer perhaps that lives in Germany who would be happy to help out with some of the shipping. So if you're in the chat now, you're German, perhaps you want to give Adam a bit of a hand shipping some of the German copies around. Potentially reach out to him. I don't know. Have we got any German viewers? Anyone that lives in Germany in the chat?
Yeah, anybody who's around, who might be in Germany, let us know, and we can put you in touch with Adam, because that's the big.
Was it just Germany, or was there another one?
There was Italy as well.
Italy.
I think France might have been mentioned, but I'd be reading off the top of my head. I'd have to read the update again and look at that, really. But
yeah, I was trying to find the tweet, actually.
I've been lucky. I've had my copy for quite a while now. I've watched it. I've made notes. Ready for, because we're going to do a bonus show for it, and hopefully James will have his copy soon, so we can get that out.
The plan was
as soon as.
Plan was I'd sit down and watch it with my wife, because I have already seen it once, but just the digital copy that we got 6 months or so ago, or whatever it was. And a great documentary. Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't backed it, definitely look out, because I know he's going to list up some spare copies, I'm sure, over on the forums, or maybe if you get in touch with him, I'm sure he'd be happy to sort of help you out with getting a copy of the Blu-ray.
Absolutely.
But as soon as it arrives, man, I'm going to make some time with my wife and force her to watch it.
You'll need about 2 hours if you watch the special features as well. Just put that out there. But it is a fantastic documentary. As James has said, Adam will have some copies left over which he will be selling to the community. I've also secured an extra 2 copies for giveaways as well. Nice. So if you miss out through the Kickstarter, you miss out through any of the stuff that's left over, we are going to have a couple of copies to give away in the not too distant future as well, guys. So do keep your eyes out for that.
Bang on. And nice segue into giveaway territory. We're giving away a Shenmue 3 promotional hand fan. This is via a link that I'm going to put in the chat right now. I'll do both Twitch and YouTube. There you go. So if you haven't done that, guys, you literally just need to follow us. Follow Adam Korolik, because he's the one that's given us some of these awesome Shenmue prizes. We've got some more actually over the coming weeks and months to give away. But yeah, starting with a nice hand fan, Shenmue 3. Obviously, I think these were only available at TGS, potentially, was it? Can't quite remember.
Gamescom as well, but I could be.
Or was it Gamescom? I think the plaster packs were like German.
Yes,
was that Gamescom?
They were
Gamescom Germany. So I'm pretty sure these were Japan from memory.
They're pretty rare, those fans.
I've never seen one available online.
I think you got me mine, actually. Well, a couple of years ago, you got me mine.
Yeah. So yeah, if that interests you, there is like a version with a white handle for some reason as well. I did see. but we've got a black one here to give away. So yeah, good luck, guys, with that one. And then the
Right.
final bit of news, Matt, I'll let you take that one away because that is to do with another project, right?
It is. So, guys who were in stream this time last month, you will recall we played a trailer for something from the team Walinshu guys, Lemon Hayes and his team, Forklift Racer. They announced it on the 4th of April. The intention was that it would be ready as a demo for us to play today. Unfortunately, it's not. They need to take a bit more time to get things right. James and I have been quite lucky. We've tested this already. We've been feeding back to the team around some of the issues around some of the bugs, etc. I can hand on heart say, when this is finished, it is going to be an absolute banger. It's good fun. It's really good fun. It handles really well. They've just put music into it. There's music from the Shenmue community has gone into that game as well, just to sort of put it out there. It is a community project. But what I have got for people today is I've got 4 new screenshots that I want to quickly show that Lemon's given me, just to show for everybody to say they are still working on it. Just needs a bit more time in the oven, basically. And given current issues around Jedi Survivor and Redfall and other games recently that have basically released unfinished.
Redfall, yeah.
Don't get me started on that one.
Bit of a mess that is, isn't
Complete
it? I've heard about that
clusterfuck.
one.
There's a good interview actually with Phil Spencer on that today.
Okay.
I watched it. It's quite good. So he's given me some shots to share. So let me just open up my image viewer and I'll put it on the screen for everybody momentarily.
And we've played a demo.
Yes.
Played a couple of demos of it actually, and it's
so I'll zoom it in a bit so you can sort of see what's going on here. So this is a new track. So it's in one of the warehouses that you can see there. So that's one screenshot. Moving on against the new track, you can just see they've set the cones out. All the lighting's been overhauled since the demo that we played first off a few weeks ago, James, and from the trailer they showed.
all right. Okay.
So they're
some of the weather effects were mental
Yeah.
when we were playing it, and I think Lemon was like on the back end, and he turned on some crazy snow, and it just started snowing. It was like insane what the weather system can actually produce.
And it was really cool because you'd have your tracks going as you were driving around as well, and it did affect the handling a little bit. So they are thinking of these things. Here's one set at night time, so you can see all the lighting effects here.
Hey sheep, by the way.
Hey sheep, man, you're all right.
Says not worried about releasing it at the same time as Zelda.
So I have to say,
see the ramp there.
It's looking really cool, and again another shot at night time with all the lighting, etc. as well. So as I said, it's what's for want of a better expression, it just needs a bit more time in the oven, basically. But that is what it is. Thank you for the sub, Daily Gaming Videos, Matt. Appreciate it, as always. Hope you well.
Much appreciated, dude.
So yeah, it's a good looking project. They just need some more time to finish it and get things going. I'm hoping that by next stream, we'll have a demo that we can play. We were testing one thing that was really exciting. It needed a bit of work at the time, but James and I were testing the online mode. And it was working reasonably well at that point. Needed some things ironing out of it, but I'm excited about it. It's good fun.
I'm excited because we could potentially play with you guys in stream, which would be fun.
We get like 5 or 6 of us playing live on stream and see how we go.
That would be sick.
So before I dive in, the intention tonight, just for everybody, is to finish Shenmue 1. Fingers crossed, give or take a little bit. But let's first...
Where were we? I can't remember where we were.
I was in the middle of... I think I'm day 3 of forklifting, if my memory served me correctly.
Okay,
but
so still got quite a bit to do then.
Could be for a long night, but that's okay because I've got the week off work, so I really don't care.
Go for it.
Let's have a look in chat though. Say hello to everybody. Obviously, Daily Gaming Videos, thank you for the sub and thank you for joining us. Sam I Am is in. Welcome as always. Sheep is in. Thanks, man. Hope you're well. Sean Hastings is over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well, guys. I've seen Reynolds. I've seen Nahum in there as well. Just going through. I've seen Vivi Gamer has popped up recently as well. Anadil as well. Guys, thank you so much for dropping in on all the content, all the videos. You probably noticed as well. We're pumping out a lot of videos at the moment with the streams and everything else in between. Hey, Peter Wilson, man. Hope you're well. And Strictly Sega Europe as well. So, let's get Shenmue 1 up on the screen. Here we go. And let's dive in and let's see if we can get this finished by the end of the stream. So, I'm going to talk one of my videos Not one of the new ones, which is coming out Saturday. I'm not going to spoil that one because it's a Matt rant, and people like Matt rants, it seems. So I'm going to leave that there.
It is a good Matt rant.
I'm going to leave that there.
I enjoyed it, mate. And just spot on with everything you said as well. So look forward to that one on Saturday.
What I'm going to put.
And actually, guys, because of the way we're doing this content at the moment, Mike, you literally got a video every Saturday, haven't you? So
every Saturday until the end of the month.
If anyone hadn't noticed that it was every Saturday, I have been doing those scheduled tweets as well with like the image of when we're actually doing stuff. So now you can actually potentially just look forward to a Saturday video every week as like part of your daily routine.
I can't promise I'll do them every Saturday going forward, but I'm trying to put out
at least this month.
Yeah, at least this month, trying to put out some video content. But I'm going to pull back to a video that I did a little while ago, about 2 weeks ago. I think this came out. Shenmue 4. What do we want?
Okay,
that's the question.
When do we want it?
Well, now. But what do we want from a Shenmue 4? That's the question. That's the question I'm chucking to chat right now. It's the question, James, I'm chucking to you straight away to get us started on the stream.
Well, I've been talking about this recently because I don't know why, I was just in bed and I was looking on Suka Pass and I was looking at those men in black. You know, the black suits at the start Shenmue 1. And as I was reading their profiles, apparently they're like king martial artists or something, king style martial artists or something. And it had me remember that we had that development screenshot of Rio and a man in a black suit fighting, right?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Something they got planned for Shenmue 3. And then as I was looking at the screenshot, I also noticed, and this I probably knew at the time, but just looking at it again, you know, in hindsight, they're fighting within one of those Tulu buildings, you know, that was supposed to be in Baisha. So this is like a 2017 image, perhaps, potentially, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
So it was like mid-development, early development, mid-development, and they've designed a Tulu. They've designed a fight where Ryo's fighting a black suit, it's like a Chi Men member. So what's going on there? Because obviously, potentially the Chi Men were taking over the Cliff Temple, right?
Yeah.
So whether or not that means they've scrapped Baisha, but all I'm thinking is they must have done significant work to Baisha to have that planned out. And also, obviously, we'd seen them in the Adam's documentary or whenever it was, or a Kickstarter update.
Yeah.
He was pointing at the screen wanting there's a Tulu building there, and
Rio's
Ryo's running around. So there's that in there. So potentially you could see a Baisha in Shenmue 4. That's where I'm going. But then you've also got pre-development screenshots of Mr. Muscles guy on one of the towers on the Great Wall, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
How far or how much have they actually produced already that we haven't, that you know, that comes after the events of Shenmue 3? If they got screenshots of that, technically they could have him come back as like a mini boss for Rio, Shenhua, Ren as they're travelling along the wall. Perhaps Mr. Muscles is at one of the towers, you know, perhaps along the way to the Cliff Temple or wherever they're going. Which had me thinking, like, you know, potentially that could be already there, available for Shenmue 4. And then, obviously, we've had all those chapter tells recently.
Oh, they're brilliant.
So, what I want, personally, and I don't know if this is going to happen or we're just going to start Shenmue 4 when it comes out and Rio's on the wall, you know. But I want, and I've said this a few times, I want them to go back to where they left off in Niawu on the ship, but they're heading back to Bailu village. Obviously, they've got Shenhua's father on the boat. Shenhua's father's not on the wall. So technically, wherever they're going on the boat, they're either just going to drop him off and head to the wall, or they're dropping him off in Bailu. And, you know, maybe the Shenmue 4 could start, they're arriving back in Bailu, back in Shenhua's house. We can get that lore drop that we wanted, where Rio starts asking him questions. You know, it can maybe cover a lot of the stuff that we wanted to find out early on. You know, they have got a second opportunity to all the stuff that you think they may have missed in Bailu to end up covering now. You know, they've got a second chance almost, haven't they? If you start the game like that. You can have Grandmaster Feng come over to the house and talk about WoW a bit more, you know, maybe set up the next part of the thing. And then the next chapter tile is Shanghai, right?
Yeah.
And I know that leak was probably bullshit, but it did mention Shanghai. So now that we know Chapter 7 on those chapter tiles is Shanghai, perhaps that could be the next destination. Perhaps that's where we could see Shuing and Zimming reunite, and then it's Zimming that says like tells Rio maybe something changes with Zimming where he realizes he's a dick and his sister's there and his sister sorted him out, whatever. Maybe he's lost the fight. Rio's too strong and he's like, this isn't for me anymore. I miss you, Shuing, or something. He's this. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. And maybe he directs Rio to the Cliff Temple, because Rio doesn't really know where the fuck the Cliff Temple is, right?
Well, no, he hasn't.
It's on a scroll, but no one's actually told him where it is.
I missed.
So it could be someone like Zimming or something that says like, I know where this is. I can show you on the map. Because up until now, coming off the Shenmue 2 stuff, we'd only had the mirrors with the stars that supposedly lead to treasure. That's supposed to be a map to the treasure, and supposedly the treasure is at the Cliff Temple. So if this is a map, surely Rio needs to know where it is. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just an idea I came up with, and hopefully, if they can still cover Baisha, that would be nice as well.
Brenners has made an interesting point. Actually, they could do the flashbacks while on the train journey when we're talking chapter tiles. They could do that as part of the journey.
Oh, mate, what did I say to you? Was it last night? What was that about? Imagine this, guys. This was a good idea I came up with. Well, it seems like a good idea to me. But maybe at the end, so whatever Rio finds out at the Cliff Temple, perhaps he finds out about the Menkung thing, where, go to Menkung to learn about your father or something, right?
18.
So you've got Rio, maybe Rio and Shenhua split. Rio, hang on. Stream just stopped for me then.
It's alright, yeah, it's sorted itself out, it seems. I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, maybe Rio splits up with Shenhua. Rio goes to Menkun to learn about his father. Shenhua goes to Liu Yuang to learn about her father, her mother. And I thought it'd be pretty cool if perhaps Rio meets a master where there's sort of like a training aspect, maybe a bit of a time skip, like you were saying. And during that part of the time skip, we get to control Shenhua roaming around Liu Yuang, learning about her father or something.
That was the idea. That's probably a really good idea. Just seeing some newbies, I say newbies in chat. Paddy's in. Hope you're doing well, Paddy. And no, we're not getting our kit off. Is it quite past the watershed? I don't know. Apparently, we're for mature audiences, James, is what the warning came up on Twitch.
Is that what it said? Is that just because we both said the F word, perhaps? I don't know.
Probably. It's got.
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way. Bugger.
Not safe for work, eh?
JP Asher as well, welcome in. Oh, there we go.
Baisha might be near the Cliff Temple.
Yeah,
potentially runners. Did I dream it? Did Suzuki say Baisha is where the magic of Shenmue was going to happen? I do recall something like that, but he was always big on Baisha. The whole Kickstarter outline was Baisha.
Yeah, it was centered around it, wasn't it? A lot of it was Baisha. Hey, Wolflower Angel, by the way. Hope you're doing well.
It was going to be like a Warring's Kingdoms thing, and it sounded like that might be where we see Ren on the horse, Shenhua on a horse.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm trying to win the lottery. So, if I win Euro Millions at 134 million, Shenmue 4 and 5 will be funded immediately.
There you go. Slip me a mill as well, right?
Although I reckon Wisenet would have to okay it, but yeah, there we are. Slip you a mill, yeah, slip you a mill. Just a mill though.
Yeah, the magic, that's what I took that to be. I was like, where the good stuff is, rather than the use of magic, but I don't know. It depends what the context of that word was.
Game has made an interesting point around Shenmue 4 to see Rio progress as a martial artist, which I would agree with actually, because what he's saying there is obviously the dojo battles were really good, but it was all optional. So they need to sort of build in Rio's progress into the story, essentially.
Well, that's what I was kind of expecting. And they kept on talking about Bailu being this martial arts village where all the martial people that want to come and learn martial arts come from all across the globe or whatever they were saying, towards the start. And you were thinking like you would get more of that sort of stuff, and then it ended up being optional. Because I would have liked to have seen it progress to, him wearing that green canopy or whatever it's called.
Yes, like properly, rather than it being like an optional costume.
Like you've learnt this move. Here, put these on. From that maybe Master Son or whatever. Gives him these green robe. Just make it more of an iconic thing, as like where you've got this from, rather than it's just a UI costume switch.
Yeah, absolutely. It does beg the question, and I've said this on stream, and I'm going to say it again just for argument's sake. What were they planning for the original ending? Because we know it got cut. I've also said this quite openly around Shenmue 3. I think we got the basic outline of what the script would have been, with possibly some changes from the Legend of Akira days. Thank you, Jesse, for the sub over on YouTube, by the way.
That's on Jesse.
Renners, give Shenmue would fund Shenmue 4 and 5, and then give the dojo $1 million. Well, that'd fund the site for a long time, wouldn't it? £1 million. Could literally hire people to do work and everything. It might be a proper business. Hi, Ivor Moon. Welcome.
Yeah. Just reading that about. Sean said, "What would Ren do?"
Because Ren's obviously on the wall.
Rio would split that way. Shenhua would split that way. But yeah, Ren has said Ren could go with Rio.
I'm convinced.
That's true. Could find out about his father.
Ren is dying. I'm absolutely convinced. The stream seems to have sorted itself out as well, which is good.
Oh, I'd love that as well. If that's where we find out what the mysterious scroll was.
Oh, that'd be good in Menkun, yeah. Because we've got to go there. Like, we have to go there.
Yeah.
Ren dying maybe to save Rio. Yeah, the way I see it, and again, this is just me talking shit, is that Ren gets tempted by Niao-san or something, almost sort of double crosses Rio, but then at the very last minute sacrifices himself to make up for it. The other argument or angle I have with it is Rio gets Ren killed by accident, because bear in mind his actions have had no real repercussions, and then he has to confront himself.
I think it was it Serginest or something, where he was saying like the last chapter title. Is it the last one or the one before that?
It's the one before. He's carrying someone, obviously wearing the white bandana around his head. He's
actually wearing the bandana, yeah. So it's like the origin story of Akira with the bandana. And obviously Ren's got the white bandana. But if you look at the chapter titles, it's only when he's holding this person in his arms he's actually wearing the bandana.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he hasn't got bandana. So that was sort of the theory behind that as well. Hello, Naomi, by the way. Welcome. Oh, have you seen her car today, mate?
I have. I've with the Chowan sign on it. That's brilliant.
Chowan sign on the back. She's got Ren and the Heavens logo on one side of the car, Rio and the Tiger on the other side, and then Shenmue logo on the front.
That's commitment.
It is the sickest car I've ever seen.
Fair play. Like, if you're going to advertise Shenmue, that is literally a way to do it. That is awesome.
Yeah. You might cause some road collisions. People like looking at the car. Very good, very good.
Stuart saying Shenmue character's perspective system didn't make it in. Yeah, agree. I mean, it was there a little bit with the Shenfar conversations, but that was it. Yeah, I'm stretching that, I guess, a little bit. Ivor Moon's saying, I was thinking maybe they could use AI in a development process. Cut budget, potentially. I mean, I don't know how that would work, but AI at the moment, well, AI is like flying at the moment.
Yu Suzuki was saying on something about wanting
his end of year message at the end of the 2022 was talking about the use of AI, wasn't he?
Yeah, man.
It could well fit.
Could well work. Anyone who's stuck on that one day in the forklift? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we've all had that one playthrough.
Yeah, when we've all got stuck and you're like, oh, what's going on here? I tell you something I've seen recently a lot, sort of as a side point. Hey Abdullah, man, you all right?
Yo, Abdullah.
Is a lot of fan art recently popping up. More and more of it has been popping up recently from new people as well I haven't seen before. I know Stuart's put some out, which is really cool. But I've seen like new people to the series putting out fan art, which is absolutely awesome. Just wanted to put that out there because
definitely. I've seen a couple today on Topper Stew's stuff. There's a really good one of Chai actually this morning.
Yes, it like in Kenji Miyawaki sort of style, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was really
awesome.
really good. I can't remember who did it. I saw it this morning. Thought that's bloody brilliant.
Have a quick look.
Stick
and then someone did a Rio one a little bit later. Yeah, I'll have a look. Because it was really good actually.
It was spot on, in fairness.
Quite busy as well on Twitter today. I always base everything off Twitter. I don't know how.
It has been really busy though. Again, the last few months, it's bubbling. I think bubbling nicely, simmering along.
What's Facebook like these days? Because I don't use that much, but I know you do.
Quieter. I'll be honest. We use it because it's there and it's just another outlet. But Facebook's had its day in that regard, I think.
I'm just putting that in there. So that's the the Shenmue car.
Ah, yeah.
Put that in. It does. Yeah, the link works over on YouTube as well. That restream link, guys. If you're on YouTube, you can click that. And we've got Switch's mind map, which is insane.
Stuart, mate, carry on with your artwork. Like, if you enjoy doing it, fuck it, do it. Simple as that. Like,
here's the Rio artwork. I'll post yours in a section too. Hang on. Quite a bit of shit's going on today. We've also got that nice Shenmue box art from Nikolai, who's done like a sort of like an old school PC box.
Oh yeah,
box
I saw
sort
that.
Of
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
That's pretty cool. And he also did, don't know if it went under the radar a bit, but the Star Wars opening credits.
I did see that.
Did you see that one?
That was well put together. Something I wish I'd
This is
thought
sort of like
actually.
a VF5 cross thing. It's pretty cool as well. And this Chai one.
Oh yeah, this Chai one.
Love the style of it.
That is spot on. Facundo Ezekiel. I know Facundo's post.
It is Facundo, yeah.
He's been in chat a few times on stream for it. So if you're here, mate,
I didn't know he did art. To be honest.
No, I didn't. That is spot on. You've done a cracking job there. We're very blessed in this community. The amount of talented people with fan art and things like that. It's stunning work. Absolutely stunning work from everybody. I have zero artistic talent, as you can probably tell. So.
Well, I like art like that. How it's going, like even the colours go outside the lines. So it's like, but it works. It's like if it was neatly in the lines, it wouldn't look as good. It's got the sort of.
It's that sketchy look, isn't it?
Yeah, artistic sort of. It's got the mirror as well. Chai has.
I also saw somebody in Japan was taking photos of Shenmue locations. I know Benji's out there at the moment. BCDC's out there at the moment. I need to get out there at some point. Drop into Wisenet, steal some files, publish them on the internet to the highest bidder. He's
going on a really good trip though, any because he's well. Are we spoiling it if we say he's going to propose? Did he say he's going to propose?
It's in the Discord. He's mentioned it in the Discord. So.
It's in the Discord, yeah. Hopefully his missus isn't watching.
Finished for the day.
I think it's all sorted. I think they've all sorted it out. But
yeah.
Okay,
good job. Spoiled the wedding.
Here's today's pay.
Who's daring
What's it called?
to WhatsApp me on stream?
Thanks.
What's it called when you
You
get on
had
one?
quota,
It is.
son.
It'd be just
So
proposing,
starting
isn't it?
tomorrow, you'll get a 50 yen raise. That'll be 450 yen per crate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got
Keep
2
up
more
the
days
good
of
work.
forklifting to do.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm still debating
Okay,
whether
man.
to buy a new PC, you know. But
Where are you at with that?
I'm very indecisive when it comes to spending money. Like, so do I need one? Because my PC's
I was
fine.
gonna say, I've not
but-
got the money to even consider it.
I tell you what, I did
I'd
buy.
love
Though.
a new PC.
I did buy this, my Dreamcast bottle.
Okay, what, off the Sega shop?
Yeah, I bought that.
There you go, a bit of a Sega shop plug. It's not bad, Mark. Could get an affiliate link in the chat for that.
Yeah, I should have done actually. I didn't think of it when I
Yeah.
bought it.
You've what's the pin of the month is? Oh, it's Sonic on a
Hisaka-sa.
surfboard or something.
Oh,
I
is
think.
it? I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know if they've advertised it, but I did order it the other day.
Retro.
Sure, it's a Sonic one.
Retro Godfather. Do you think Cedric will be involved in Shenmue 4? I don't know. We actually speak to Cedric intermittently, just like through Twitter or the odd email here or there. He still follows the series, hands down. He still follows the series. I'd love him to be involved. So I think he's a fan at heart and he gives a shit. He really, really cares. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. But I would happily have Cedric involved again.
Yeah, I hope Cedric would return myself, to be fair.
Ah, good.
There's Sonic on a snowboard, if anyone was curious.
Oh, is it? I need to get... I've got that Sonic pinboard that my wife made for me ages ago. I need to put some more pins on it. I might pick that up.
I bought it because I wanted... Was it the Jet Set Radio one? I don't think I got the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Graffiti Soul one. I think I've got every month so far.
Gives us an
And,
excuse to go to Monaco
Mark,
again.
have
Yeah,
you
it
seen
definitely
any
Yeah.
does.
Bad Angels?
Monaco.
That's
is
true, mate. I'm down for that.
Alright.
Like, for anybody who obviously didn't go to Monaco, if we get the opportunity to go out there, like if Cedric's involved and they do what they did with Shenmue 3 and have it in Magic Monaco, etc. You can't, if you can get out there, guys, it's absolutely Monaco is fucking expensive. Don't get me wrong. We were eating at McDonald's for fucking 2 nights because it was honestly it's the only place that was anything near reasonable. But Monaco was bloody brilliant. It was awesome.
Yeah. Some of my fondest memories of recent times. It was really good. Meeting up with everyone as well. That's where we all made friends, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a photo. I may have shown this before. Let me just go grab it.
Darts. One game,
I think
100
it's a really
yen.
cool one.
It was good
I don't
fun.
know why
Try.
you're not on this though, Paddy. But there's the gang there. One of these official Shenmue 3 photograph things.
Flag me.
Flagship, Scribe. There's you.
Hey, Scribe, by the way, you alright?
Hey, not too
Time
bad.
that in well.
Scribe in the chat.
Yeah, he's
There you
just
go.
timed it in well. And Sheep isn't in
Pretend
there
he's talking
either.
there. Oh yeah. I don't know where you guys fucked off to.
It was fucking busy for us, wasn't it?
There's one of me on my own.
I remember
Looking
just...
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember sitting during the Yu Suzuki talk, just flipping, tweeting out it was Facebook at the time, sitting on Facebook with live updates as he was fucking talking.
So close.
Yeah. And the site went down, didn't it? So Peter
Yeah.
had to go back to his hotel room and sort the site out as well. Just mental, but it was a load of fun.
Yeah.
It was great fun. Honestly, like if you get any sort of Shenmue
This is
meet,
it.
if they do anything in Europe that's reasonable to get to, it's well worth going because it's a good laugh.
Oh, good.
It is a really good laugh.
I want a free game.
In the Dojo Discord, you could do Dojo mini games for competition. Yeah, we could. There was one running, actually, not that long ago.
Is it a darts one?
Yes, it was. Ironically,
close.
I've completely forgot about it. Fucking Nathan in Monaco. What, did you get 2 flights or something from the US to get to Monaco?
Did he? You've got to think that's a really big trip
I'm
for
getting
people
it.
like that, isn't it?
Massive
Coming
trip. Like,
all the way from America and
it was a 2-hour flight from Heathrow for me.
yeah.
Like an hour
getting
drive
it.
to the airport from where I live.
We went to Nice, right? Did you go to Nice?
Yeah, flew into Nice and then
Yeah.
got the coach over. I did debate getting the train, but I couldn't be asked to try and
Hey,
find
not
it.
too bad.
I think we got the train. Did we?
Oh, apparently
I remember seeing a
Last
Shenmue
one.
3 advert though. I think it was the train station. They had like those electronic screen
Oh,
things.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
Shenmue one. I think because they were advertising Magic Monaco, so
So this is the last free game.
It
this
was
first trip
epic.
abroad was to Monaco, wasn't it? Yeah, crazy.
Absolutely epic.
All right.
And we all met at the just outside the McDonald's.
Mm.
It turned out James and I were staying at the same place and didn't even realise till we got there.
That's weird, isn't it? And Paddy. Paddy was there as well.
Yeah.
So close.
And no, I was going to say Flag, but I'm not sure.
I don't know
It
where
was Sheep. It was Sheep. Sheep, you were at that hotel, weren't you?
Nathan was
Right.
up.
It was
Nathan
like
up the
dead weird how
road.
we were all at the.
Nathan was up the road from us. Peter was
It's
at
probably
the...
because it was like the cheapest hotel, wasn't it? But it was actually a sick
I'm getting
hotel.
it.
It was. It had like
Scribe.
it had
Scribe
a,
was, I think. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we had like it was basically an apartment, like a studio apartment I had, and it was dirt
Yeah.
cheap, and it was only like 5 minutes up the road from the Fairmount where Peter was.
All right.
That was such a good find. That was.
I'd stay there again if we
Last
went
one.
back to Monaco. I'd happily stay
I'm
there.
pretty
again.
sure I did it. I think I did it on Google Maps.
All
I think it was showing the prices on hotels and stuff on Google Maps, and that was like cheap, wasn't it?
Whoa,
basically.
The high score.
5
But it is
minutes,
mad how we all
5,000
went the same hotel.
steps.
Game
Yeah. My calves by the end of it
I'll
looked like
quit.
Superman's calves by the end of it. It's flipping, yeah, it's unreal.
That one time we walked all the way to the bottom, Matt, didn't we? And then I forgot to do something, so we had to go back to the hotel.
Fuck. That was a killer, wasn't it? Ah, it was good. It was memories there. Absolutely brilliant.
You know, obviously, me and you shared the best one, but we said that a couple of times now.
Yeah, that was epic in itself.
Yeah, that made the trip, mate, just there.
That was fucking quality. Yeah, like, honestly, a Shenmue trip is, if you can get to one, it's well worth it.
It just makes me wish I'd been doing it before. Because obviously there'd been Monaco's before and Gamescom and stuff like that, right?
It was the first year I had money to do it.
I think it's the same for me.
The old back pocket vodka, which was funded by some old dear dropping about 40 euros.
Was that you or was that Scribe pulling that out?
Me with the vodka.
Was it? Yeah.
I got fairly pissed on the Friday night. Woke up the next morning right as rain, couldn't believe it.
I'll give you pain. Oh shit!
We had a good time in Nice, you know. After Monaco, we went back to Nice.
Nice is nice. For one
Yeah,
of
it was
their
nice. Nice little city to roam around, and we did it on segways as well.
Oh
This is
really?
the first time hired some segways, and it was just a lot of fun.
A friend of mine got married out there. We couldn't go because it was like COVID restricted at the time. Hey son, man, you alright?
Yo, son. There's like right in the middle of the town or city, whatever it is, Nice. There's like the old version of Nice, and like suddenly just in like all these old buildings and
Oh really?
really nice.
Game Boy hip flask, brilliant. Yeah, I did. I got fairly pissed up that Friday night. I remember. Hey, James Taylor,
time no
Shenmue
see.
3 for Xbox needs to happen. I don't think it will, but it needs to happen.
Surely they're outside of the bloody exclusivity deal now, aren't they?
You'd have fucking thought so.
I thought it was going to be 3 years. It would be a nice I don't know. I was going to say they could put it on Game Pass or whatever, right?
Yeah, it could. Hey,
Get people back into the series a bit.
Because Shenmue 1 and 2 was on Game Pass for a little while, like a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. And Shenmue 3 has been on the PS Plus, right? It was on the extra plan or whatever.
Yes, it was. So any of the sort of other higher paid tiers.
True sheep, yeah.
Oh dear.
Put that in the advert. Full 60 FPS.
Thing is, though, with this, like, one thing I will say about Shenmue 3, among other things, is actually when it released, the version 1 without the patch is still perfectly acceptably playable. Like, there's no issue with it at all.
There's a day one patch, is there?
There is a patch for it, yeah.
What did that fix?
I don't know. Various bug fixes, I think, was the common phrase they used. And one of the other patches patched out one of the money tricks, didn't it?
Oh yeah, buying those books.
Hmm.
No one takes on the mad angels in this harbor.
But yeah, it was so well, like, that's one thing you can talk about with Shenmue 3, like, all day. People can moan about what they want, but the actual quality of the game in terms of it being ready to come out, it was spot on. There was no game-breaking bugs. It ran at a 60 on PC.
Matt, though, it's unplayable, mate. It's unplayable. Absolutely unplayable.
The only criticism I have is that they should have locked it to 30 on base PS4.
What is it?
It's unlocked and it drops and goes up and down quite a bit. You couldn't skip the dialogue pre-patch. That was a strange one.
PS4 Pro, and it was alright on that.
Yeah, it was fine on a Pro.
Runs amazing on PS5 as well. Even the loading's rapid, isn't it?
James, you were saying
PS4, the loading thing.
You were playing it in VR, weren't you?
I've been playing it in VR, yeah. I've been. I know that's when you say I've been playing it in VR, everyone thinks like, oh, you know, Shenmue in VR, but it's not. It's just you just get like an 80-inch screen in front of your face, and it's just it's actually a cool way of playing it. I noticed a lot more details that I hadn't noticed before by playing it that close, because you literally got the screen in your eyes. I enjoyed it. What's the easiest way to share the stream on Twitter? Just, I don't know, just get your web browser link and post it, or you can retweet our retweet if you want.
Thanks, AB. It is always appreciated, people sharing these sorts of things, because it helps get the content out, then B, it helps get the message out there for Shenmue.
You can just share that if you want. Just retweet that. That's fine.
Charlie just went to Suplex City. Yeah, mine's still sealed, Paddy, as well. I think it's got most of it on there, but I couldn't confirm it.
What's that? Ultimate Collector's Edition? Oh, I've opened mine.
I haven't opened. I've opened it to get the stuff out of it, but I haven't opened the case.
This is the best thing they've ever made, I think. I think this is probably the best. Yeah, the best thing Limited Run has ever made, at least.
Oh, hey, Lemon Man, you alright?
Lemon? Yo.
I tell you what I really like out of that as well. The Chobi-chan and the Bailu-chan models, they were really
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
My wife is like obsessed with Chobi-chan. She loves it.
Interesting. What, the mini game or just
the Chobi-chan thing? Just a character. She keeps saying they should make like a mini game with just Chobi-chan in it, and I said, well, they have Chobi-chan Fighter, damn it.
Yeah.
They should release it.
Bailu Hunt.
Bailu, yeah. That Battle Rally DLC was good. I quite enjoyed that. They should do a mobile game version of it, because it'd be fantastic, and it'd be a little money maker. And because it's WiseNet invented, they have the rights to that. They don't have to ask anybody to do it. They literally can just do what they want with Chobi-chan. It's theirs.
Chobi-chan, yeah.
Yeah, a little plastic model.
I had it hidden in me games, I forgot. was there.
10%.
But yeah, no, really cool, really cool. I think all the DLC was on the disc for that one, by the way. If someone said it wasn't, I'm pretty sure
I
that's the reason
genuinely don't
behind
know.
it.
Someone will have to correct me because I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was the whole reason behind it. Mate.
No, you bastard!
That's why it's.
Fucking
that's
bus
the
just
complete-
left.
That's why it's a complete edition. Yeah, I think it is the best of the 3 DLCs. Actually, the Battle Rally and the Barley Hunt.
Ah, well, Paddy, if when DMP comes out, you'll be able to walk home because it's all going to be interlinked.
Can you walk home? Just let me know in the chat there. I know you can get the buzz and
way.
you can look out the window on the buzz. I think, right? At least looking at one of the trailers, that looks like what you can happen.
Do you know what? It just reminds me of this story of a friend of mine when we went out on a night out. He missed the bus home, like for whatever reason. So he started walking.
What the latest bus?
One of the latest buses. It was like the next bus was an hour away, and he thought it's a 4-mile walk. Fuck it, I'll walk. And he was walking home, and he saw the bus passing on the way back. And he started. There's this video of him recording, giving the bus the middle finger down like this main road. It just makes me laugh.
Nice.
Oh dear.
I know every time I'm in London, we're always being threatened the night bus. But I haven't actually had to go on it yet, luckily.
That's it, sheep. Yes, that's it. I remember that now. Talking to Josh, they had to add the issues with Deep Silver around it.
Oh, right, okay. Forgot about that.
God, that's a long
Well,
time.
that's literally what they're all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like making sure all this digital shit's on physical media, so that there's always a way to play it.
I have a lot of time for Josh, actually. Limited run. If I ever want something, like him to do anything, or to or I have a question, if I email him, he's back within an hour. Fair play to the man.
Innit?
Fair play to him.
And obviously, he's promised to make Shenmue 5 as well, hasn't he? So
Might talk him into making Shenmue 4.
yeah, just get that done first.
Yeah, do that first, mate. We'll worry about 5 afterwards.
Shenmue Stair, I remember.
Oh god, I remember that name.
Maybe, yep. Proximity beeping when you're searching the Bailu-chan's.
Yeah. Some of those, though, were bastards to find. Like, even with the beeping. Like, there's one in Bailu Village that's hidden, like, round the corner on a rock.
And you know it's in the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, being in the sort of open world like Bailu, it's pretty good.
I really enjoyed it. The Battle Rally stuff was good. The story DLC was fine. It was blatantly cut from the mainline story. But
I didn't like all the different Chowan signs. Do you know what I mean? Like every Chowan sign was a different combination, wasn't it?
And then the boat chapter stuff. We'll say boat chapter. Let's talk around it. The gambling boat, I'd take or leave. Quite
Casino
frankly.
boat.
But it was a little bit funny. Some of the things they scripted in that. I don't know if they get away with it now.
That was good. It was weird though. Like, it felt a little bit out of place, didn't it? Those 2 side quests.
It's to the point where, because I need to start doing this again. But when I record the footage for the archive channel, I'm going to uninstall that DLC. Because I don't want that boat in the background when I'm talking to Master Bay when they do that, like full on, when they have that cutscene on the boat. Game everywhere. I'm like, but luckily,
martial
you
arts from like 500 years ago. These are this big fucking neon light in the background.
But luckily, with Steam at least, you can just drop it out quite easily.
Yeah. But is that on the disc then? If you've got the complete edition and you've installed the DLC, I'm sure there's a way on the. I bet you just go in your PlayStation.
I think you can only install it,
delete it or something.
via the
Gotta
PlayStation.
get going.
It'd be nice if there was like a toggle thing in the menu, but I don't think there is.
No, there's not, unfortunately. Oh,
You've
talking
never
about
played the
the
Boat One
collages.
Scribe?
Aaron, that's who. That's
Oh, okay. Where we're holding up a letter.
yeah. Aaron, man, you all right? Haven't seen you for ages.
Good morning, everyone.
I did one of those with, I think it was an exclamation mark.
I did one. I was an E in one of them.
You all do your best.
That
now.
was 2018.
Like always.
And there was another one as
Three
well.
laps to the finish.
I can't remember which I
Everybody
did.
ready?
They were brilliant, those collages
On
back
your
in
I
the
do
day.
like those sort of things,
Almost
yeah.
time to go.
Pain in the ass to organise, though. Like, fair play for organising that shit. If you want to know where my rare Hazuki statue came from, Aaron sold it to me. It's got pride of place behind me on stream.
See it behind you, man.
Worth every fucking penny that was. How have we been? Yeah, good. Keeping busy
Doing
with
alright,
the site,
Paul.
haven't we?
Yeah. Not too bad at all, thanks, mate.
Yeah, all good. Keeping busy with the site and all the rest of it.
Loving it, really. Loving making all the Shenmue content. Because it's basically like making stuff that we want to listen to ourselves.
It's just fun, isn't it? We
I
enjoy
can't,
doing it.
honestly, it's not. Well, I hope it doesn't seem like egotistical or anything, but I happily just put on one of our podcasts, man, just to, just to listen to, because I just want like some Shenmue content. And
I can't listen to my own voice.
can you not?
No, I fucking hate my own voice.
I don't mind mine after I've edited it, like all the shit out. I've edited all the ers and ums out. It's actually, I can hear it, I can listen to it. It's not too bad. Welcome in, Wishcash, Deej Nuts.
Yes, welcome. I mean, the collages did make an impact. They were really good. And it's, yeah, again, it's something that I'm not against, you know, happily doing.
Wait, honestly,
it again.
mate, everyone in the chat now, that you've sorted it. You know what I mean? Everyone picked a letter now for like, let's get Shenmue 4 hashtag whatever and something else. We'd cover that, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
Probably, with the people in the chat.
yeah, easily. It's then just having the time to organise it and put it together ready for it.
No worries, sure, yeah. Yeah, you came out fine, mate. It was a really good episode. We're planning on doing an episode
Next
the
week.
week after next, I think, right?
Next
Yeah.
week or week? I can't remember.
Got another special guest for that one that
We do.
we'll reveal in due time.
Be a good one.
Oh, thanks, Sean. Caught up with the low odds. Appreciate that, man. Done 3 of those already, which is,
So your,
I didn't know how they go
your
down.
next one's a week Friday, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah.
It's every
Looking into
fortnight.
it. Chio a bit next time. Actually found some really cool, interesting bits out with the Dragon one, Dragon and Phoenix one.
Here's your first
They're
place
good
prize.
Learning
Paddy.
about
They're really good.
the actual name. The actual name for the Phoenix is Feng Huang. And that place that Niao's based on is Fen Wang. That's interesting. And that was a funny moment, man. I think it was just a coincidence, but
The quote is written on it. No problem.
1987,
So
they
don't get
unearthed a dragon and a tiger artifact or something from this burial ground. Just reading that was like 1987, pretty much bang on the nose.
Even look at the map. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Been told to not talk as much, Matt.
I'm going to talk more now.
If you want to hear the Shenmue game, you can go play it yourself.
See, people tell me to do something and I just go, nope, I'll just do the complete opposite. To be fair, Aaron, you did me a good deal on that statue. Really good deal.
Did you get that before or after your land, do you think? Landy statue.
I got Rio before.
Yeah.
It was the first one I got, and then I got Landy about 6 months later, controversially funded through crypto.
You can't do that anymore.
No.
No, I've got a good idea actually for next time, Scribe, because that you could actually download the audio. I don't know why I didn't download it, but if I download it, I basically play it through Windows Media Player, and it shouldn't mess up then.
Oh, you're on about the audio from your last stream?
Yeah, because I used Amazon Polly to read the book, the narration of the book out. It was amazing, to be honest. This AI lady reading the voice, it was like just perfect pronunciation and everything. But I was doing it within the browser, and the browser kept stuttering every time I paused it. So,
hey Neo,
I'll
welcome in.
definitely download the file next time.
Excuse me.
Mm-mm. 4 hours, that film, The Last Emperor, really?
Anyone done a video showcasing all the individual fan contributions to Shenmue 3? Not that I'm aware of.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I imagine like all the collages, all the fan art, all the various petitions,
Right.
sort of all of it together. Fuck, that'd be a huge video.
I would, wouldn't it?
It'd be a massive, massive video.
What would be the purpose? Just as a video showcasing it all, or
Do you
some sort of a narrative?
The way I'd potentially see it is almost like an inspirational video. We did it once, we can do it again, sort of thing. And actually, watching the documentary A Gamer's Journey, that was quite inspiring. Seeing some of the people talk about Shenmue, what happened to it, and then bam, all of a sudden Shenmue 3's announced. That's inspiring in itself. Actually, I was like, okay, this is. If you're ever in a sort of an iffy moment with the franchise, watch that. Because I tell you now, it does sort of put it into perspective a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Fan initiative and all that. Peter put together the history of the fan campaign. Is that what the written stuff you mean, Stu?
He's definitely done the website
On the history on the website.
All there.
I know it like incorporates some of those things. I'm not sure about a video. If that's what you meant.
So I don't think he did a video. I know he did like a fan-made trailer around the release of Shenmue 3, which was really cool. I'd have to find it. It's on our page somewhere.
Meant from the Kickstarter itself. I'd love to hear about the stories everyone has had about what they added into the game. For me, I added my dead father as a capsule toy, for instance.
No, definitely no one's done anything like that. The odd thing's been talked about, but that's
that'd be interesting actually, wouldn't it? Like showcase all the capsule toys and, you know what I mean? Maybe put some faces to them if you can. That'd be pretty cool.
That's a quality tribute as well, man. As well, like that's
and like
really
the pictures in the Save Shenmue building on the frames and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool if we knew who the people were as well.
Obviously, the Kitchen Brothers. You've got Joe Kitchen wandering around. You've got Joseph's Kitchen's fried noodles. You've got Peter, James, and I are in the Safe Shenmue building.
Capsule toy people as well.
Spags was a capsule toy, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'll dig it out if I can. It was around release day. It'll be on our page, on our... Some dodgy geezers.
Be a long video if you went through all the guest book messages as well.
Yeah.
And don't forget, there's all those dreams come true calligraphy artwork in one of the temples as well that I've never really... They're harder to identify, aren't they? But they're supposedly people's names in calligraphy. Just like Chinese characters, so... Yeah, the notes.
I
'Cause
actually
you've got the guest book, and then you've got
most-
the notebook, haven't you?
most of the fan rewards I think were really good in game. Actually, I know the lucky hit balls were a little bit funny and out of place in some respects, I guess. But the safe Shenmue building was a really good idea. I thought they did that really well. Like, it's one of those things that didn't impede on the game. You could visit it if you wanted to visit it. It wasn't like a. But it was when I got to Niawu and they opened that up. It was probably the first thing I could do. I ran straight over there and had a look in there.
That's what I was trying to find. And then they actually designed it really nicely with the outside bit. And I think you can fish out the back, right? You can fish, and nighttime, all the fireflies appear, don't they?
So
it's very atmospheric.
At the time, son, I'm going to disclose it. I whacked in $300 at the time and then upgraded it when they did the surveys to $500. $500. Now, I'd go in for at least 2K.
Yeah.
Straight in.
I probably did 2K overall, but I did the 1,500 tier. Originally, that was to get the picture in the Niawu Harbour, whatever it was supposed to be. And then I did an extra 180 or whatever it was to get like a second, because I was going for the PC version on my second one. And I went at like whatever the phone card tier was on that. And then I think it was when Zimming was in charge of the dojo, or someone was in charge of the dojo. They ran a competition where if you donated maybe $100, you got a prize or something. I can't quite remember.
Oh yeah.
But then I donated another 100 there, so that was like probably about 2,000 overall.
Lunchtime.
My financial situation at the time was not in a position where I could have afforded to chuck myself into like that amount of money. Now, it wouldn't, touch wood, I'm going to say this openly here, it wouldn't be as much of an issue.
It's more of an issue for me. I've never recovered from that. I've just been going downhill ever since. But I would like, if I could go back in time, I probably would just go balls out and go for the 10k stuff.
Paddy's like dinner with you straight away. I'd do it, sell a kidney and do it.
Yeah, we could go halves, Paddy. I'd have done it.
Well, you were allowed a guest, weren't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
I think that's what Peter did with Adam.
Because he took Adam as a guest.
Yeah,
but
I think he split the cash.
I mean, all things in. It doesn't, doesn't matter how much someone can afford to put in or not. People put into that, and fair play. But yeah, it'd be a very different situation now.
We could have done like that one episode of The Simpsons where they all buy the comic and they share it between them. Paddy, we could have had the script set between us.
You'd have one each.
Oh yeah, Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2s. That'd end, yeah. Both be ripped in pieces.
I'll play it once.
Hey Mike, hope you're well. Welcome in.
Hey Mike. Yeah, to be fair, my limit was my limit then. That was all I could afford at the time. And I had to scrape bits and bobs around to get that.
Yeah, I had to get what I did at the time. I had to really sort of sit there and work it out.
And same with the bus, Shanson. Like, they went live, or they were announced as they were released, weren't they? They were announced and released.
Yeah.
And they were gone within like 3 or 4 hours, and I was just at work.
Now it wouldn't be an argument. Something like that, I'd just say fuck it and worry about it later. Yep. But at the time, there was no way I could have got anywhere near it. If anyone wants to sell me a bust, then I can talk.
If you win the lottery, Matt, I'll consider. I don't even know if I would, you know.
I wouldn't, mate. If I were you,
No.
I fucking wouldn't. Like, unless it was like real desperate times that called for it, I wouldn't do it.
Because it depends what you want in life, innit? You know, money.
I want a free game.
If I had money, I'd just be buying Shenmue shit with it. So if I've got the Shenmue shit, I don't need the money. But yeah, that's right, Paddy. Yeah,
I'm getting it.
I know, man. One day.
Hopefully, they don't need to go to Kickstarter again. But if they did, I'd be very interested to see what they
Hey, not too
would
bad.
offer, actually. Because they gave all the shit away, so I don't know what they got left.
That's true. Yeah. The busts were like late into the thing. Maybe about 6 days left, weren't they? Or 9 days left or something. They added them.
Those busts, though, are like gaming history. Like they should
Museum
end up
worthy.
Yeah, I was about to say they'd end up in like a gaming museum in like 10, 15 years probably.
Yeah.
Hey, not too bad.
Do I think
I can
Sega...
show you guys if you want. I'll have to be very careful.
I say
Pull
fucking
it
hell,
down.
games, don't like break anything for
Oh,
it.
good.
If you want to see the Landy one on the stream, I can show you.
The last game.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be. They wouldn't do another Kickstarter anyway.
No, I think that ship's
Hey,
gone.
not too bad.
Imagine dropping it on stream. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it's very lightweight. You did you touch it? Carry it the other when you came up.
Yeah, you
I'm
let
getting
me
it.
hold on.
Because you were surprised, weren't you? You were surprised
I
how
was
light
really
it was.
surprised how light it was. Like I couldn't believe it actually.
Should be able to just turn the camera. I've done this in the past anyway, but I've got all these fucking wires plugged in these days now. I need to plug in my MacBook actually. It's just
Fucking Landy's hand, that's brilliant.
realised. Let's try and turn the shit around here.
I'm getting it.
There
There
you
he
go.
is.
You can see him.
Oh.
This is the last art.
And where's the certificate? The certificate should be just there. Which is
Hey, not
Pessa
too
as well
bad.
with the certificates. Most people who got the bust didn't realise that was in the bottom of the box, so I bet there's been one or two of
Game
these
over.
certificates like chucked without realising. I'm
Yeah.
sure someone did at
That's
least.
enough for now.
Some fucker binned it.
Next with fucking Sonic shit there as well.
You know, it's funny, Sheep. Some
One
of them
game,
were
one
like
game.
had some like colouring on them, didn't they?
Yeah, mine's
Maybe
not
you played
like,
it.
obviously it's like 20 odd years old, so it's not pristine glowing whiteness. It's like it's got the development sort of probably Yu Suzuki's bloody chain smoking, turned him a little bit yellow.
Yeah.
Hate it, yeah. I'm not touching it. I'd definitely just leave it out as. All the imperfections are
I'm getting
like from the developers or whatever, aren't they? If you know what I mean.
It's through like being
Hey,
scanned,
not
it's
too
through being
bad.
handled, it's all that sort of stuff, all that history in that piece on its own, you know. As I say, it's museum worthy in
So
my mind.
close.
Absolutely mad, you know, museum worthy.
Last one.
Do you think,
I'm
Scribe? Do
getting it.
you think we would be? People are in a better financial position these days because we've got
Should I
all
play
this
more?
bloody crisis, haven't we? Whatever it's called. Like I'm in a worse state than I was back then, money-wise.
Maybe next time.
Trying to get my camera back. It doesn't matter too much that there's that showing, does there? I'm trying
Nah, you're good. If you move it, if you want to shift it to the right on stream, then you'd probably be about where you were before, but it's not a big deal.
You think if Sega went, we will split the profits 50-50 with these with WiseNet, it's 10 million. Watch me in. Hang on. Do you think if Sega went, we will? Oh, if they, this is what they're saying. We will split the profits 50-50 with WiseNet. Here's 10 million. Make Shenmue 4. Here's 10 million. But that's supposed to say. Do you think that would be done? So what do you mean? You reckon if Sega offered 10 million, do you reckon they could make a Shenmue 4?
They could
on
make a
10 million?
Shenmue 4, but I don't know if it'd be
What is it?
quite
You know
where
my
they
idea.
want
You
to.
could already have
Don't
buy
get
done sort of
Really?
thing.
Just don't get involved in.
Yeah.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was
I'll be
over
on
on,
my
Twitter,
way.
over on Twitter was talking about going episodic, and I know we've talked about this before, James, haven't we? The episodic route,
Mm.
because essentially you could release like three episodes.
Honestly, when I first got it, guys, I was thinking about putting it in one of those.
It's already this late?
I don't know, maybe like a glass case or something. But
Was it number
it's too
18?
it's too big. I mean, if you start looking at stuff like that, you're paying about 500 quid for it. I haven't got that money anymore.
No, it all went on the bust.
Yeah. But I would like it in a case, actually. Then I've got no reason.
I mean, you're not going to be lifting it or moving it, are you? So
I mean, it's up there, innit? So what's going to touch it up there? And if the fucking roof caves in, even the case is not going to sort that out.
true.
What I have got though, guys, I've got like all these beams of lasers right in front of it that you can't see. So if you trigger one of the lasers, you instantly get fucking zapped from. I've got like a gun up here, some military Gatling gun up here. So yeah, don't be messing. That's why I didn't want to pick it up. I had to turn the camera. But that's seen in Resident Evil. You know, the first film.
Oh yeah. Fucking laser follows him, fucking straight through the middle of the fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't fucking drive forklifts today, that's for sure. Fucking horrendous.
The first one could just use Bailu, would only need funds for voice acting and stuff. They can reuse a lot of stuff that they've done as well. You think about it, guys, can't
I
I think someone was it Son that was pointing out temples and stuff like that.
Like, a lot of assets can be bought from Unreal anyway, or put together pretty swiftly. I think this is probably against Yu Suzuki's nature, but what he needs to do, in my mind, is get past the trying to be innovative and all this new stuff, and just use the engine we've got and smash the story. That's it. That's what they need to do. Polish it, smash the story. Job's done. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And then we go for Shenmue 5.
I mean, to be fair, when they're chucking nearly $1 billion or whatever at Angry Birds, it's such a small amount in comparison now when you think about it, isn't it, for just funding a Shenmue game?
Fucking Angry Birds. I still don't understand that, you know. Like, someone who knows more about this shit than me can talk me through it, but I can't see the need for that. But there you are. Other than getting them access to mobile developers.
Or is it like, has Angry Birds got movies, haven't they? I think they
two
maybe
movies.
thinking about the movie department side of things as well. I don't know.
Wouldn't they
No
finish the
idea.
story through anime, or is it the easier way out? Well, the anime got cancelled, so no is the current answer. Although season 2 of the anime, if it gets commissioned or was commissioned or whatever, would have covered some of Shenmue 4. We know that.
I think story has to be the priority.
It has to. We can't, and I've said it 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. It has to be the absolute priority. They have to smash the story. If they don't smash the story, then we are fucked.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, especially now, that's all we're still sort of here for, right? We're not here for another open world game because there's millions of open world games. But it's the Shenmue's story combined with Shenmue's world, open world. That's what we want. So, you know, the story is what we want the most, I would imagine. You know, we'd even talked about you're just happy to have a stripped back game that just tells the story, and Yu Suzuki should know that himself because he's had people saying about the mangas, the novels, the animes, can we finish it? In those forms of media, that is literally going to be story. There's no open worldness to a book. Do you know what I mean? So it should be.
So you showed, eh?
Should
You guys
kind of
again.
know.
Would you
I'd hope, but
That'd be you.
do see Sheep's point there.
Whoa. Hey, boy! Ah! Oh no! Hey, no escape, boy!
I think I'd be okay with AI voicing. As long as like the main cast is thingy, all the NPCs can have AI voices. And you, like Paddy says, you probably wouldn't even notice, do you know what I mean? Because that's the kind of the voice acting in Shenmue, especially the English anyway, has been
You're gonna pay for being a
stilted
pro.
and robotic in some
You his
some
girlfriend.
degree.
What did you say?
Best watch your back. Next time it won't be just you.
What?
We're gonna go
Hey,
after your family and
AASC14,
friends.
welcome in.
Gonna get him.
Yo yo.
That's it!
Oh.
I think, son, you make a good point there. Shenmue 3 and what it's done isn't going to be appreciated. We know what Shenmue 4 does. Despite the video that's going to be coming out on Saturday with a Matt rant. I don't think
You've actually we got a Corey Marshall AI version, didn't we?
yes,
Voice.
we did.
I did put that on one of the
It's
recent
scary how
podcasts.
close it is, actually.
It is scary how close it is. Someone questioned it, didn't they? Actually, did you get Corey to do that? No, just AI. I'm glad you like that idea, by the way, Renners. The split thing with Shenmue. I can see that working because they are sort of leading. You know, she is a main character after all, isn't she? These days. Be nice to sort of go, and then because I think there's just too many locations I want to see in Shenmue now. We've been spoilt too much, haven't we, Matt, with the GDC footage?
That doesn't
Seeing
help,
that we
actually, that we've
could
seen
go
all of that.
Shanghai, Menkun, Beijing, Liyuan, Baisha, we know, Shuzo or whatever was in the thing, and even bloody Mongolia. There's too much now that I'm expecting, if that makes sense. But it would be cool if Shenhua gets to go to Liu Wang and find out about her parents, and then Ryo goes to Menkun, finds out about his parents even. Could find out actually what things were going on with his mum at the same time, I don't know. He doesn't know his mum because she died when he was 3. You know, you never know, he might discover some information about his mum in Menkun as well.
It could go in so many directions. And that's almost worrying a little bit because they're going to have to, I think, be quite strict with what they can and can't cover in the remaining games. So I don't think we're going to get answers to everything. But I think the thing they need to be looking at and listening to is what the community want the answers to the most. Like outside of the main story arc of Ryo and his father and everything like that. Like the Zhuing Zimming stuff, we want that resolved as an example.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to be making that call as Wisenet or even Sega if they were involved at some point.
The thing with the Shanson saying the 3 locations per game as well, you don't even need insanely big locations as long as they can condense them, and it feels like Rio's served a purpose in that area. It was like required to move the story, or I think they should try and not go too mental. Maybe like one location is the open world, whereas the others are a little bit more tighter. Like Bailu could have been the tighter location, really, in my opinion. I don't think it needed to be so spread out and advanced as it was. It could have been just this tiny sort of rural village where you just do a lot of like learning about things, bit of training, you know, fighting the thugs that were there, and then you get to Niawu, and then Niawu's sort of your Hong Kong open world thing. If just to, you know, they both didn't need to be as big as they were, in my opinion, and then they would have had more time for that 3rd location. So things like the Cliff Temple,
yeah,
it's got to be a small location, hasn't it? So you know, in
tight.
theory, that shouldn't require too much work.
Sega Europe's asking, is there a mod for the pop-in of Shenmue 1 and 2? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know if Lemon's still around, whether it's possible either.
Never really thought about it, to be honest. You don't pop in on Shenmue 1 and 2 is not really that bad, is it?
No,
don't think.
it's not too bad in fairness.
I know sometimes you'll get like a character just suddenly appear in front of you when you're forklifting. Or a forklift coming the other way that just appears in. Maybe that's what you mean.
Like that fisherman just popped in, for example. It's not too bad.
I know what you mean, Stu, yeah. I reckon it would be pretty insulting, say, if Shenmue 4 was released and Corey Marshall didn't voice it, but they'd used AI to recreate Corey Marshall.
You end up in some dodgy legal ground as well with that, I think.
Yeah, but the NPCs that don't have anyone attributed to them or anything like that, I reckon you could use AI pretty easily there. Would be pretty cool. But your main characters would need to be loyal, I reckon, to the voice actors, in my opinion.
And Eric Hauser would need to come back.
Definitely. And Liesel.
Yeah, if there's...
Shoeing, if you've seen Shoeing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely.
Go.
And that's another reason, Sheep, why I reckon they could just start Shenmue 4 in Bailu, because it wouldn't take anything they don't have to design anything. They just need to design the scenario surrounding it, don't they? They've already got the assets for Shenfua's house and the whole village. You know, there's nothing stopping them from taking Rio back to Bailu at the start, getting a bit of a lore catch-up. Just because I just felt like the ending of Shenmue 3, if that is the transition, it's just way too abrupt for Shenmue. You've always had the travelling aspect between, where it's like fading out, fading in, halfway across the wall,
They're
which
like
was a bit
big
random.
grand arrivals, aren't they? When you turn up in like Bailu, you turn up in Hong Kong, you turn up even in Niaowu. It's like a big arrival thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Do we think we'll see Guizhang again? No, I don't personally. I think he's done.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Here's today's pay.
I think after Shenmue 2, yeah, it was game over for Guizhang.
And bearing in mind that Rio spoke
I was
to
always
him,
expecting him to show up.
So starting tomorrow, you'll get a
Rio
50
spoke
yen
to him
raise.
when he was in Niaowu.
That'll
If
be
you do the
500 yen per
phone
crate.
calls, he speaks to him. So he's still in Japan.
Thank you.
So he's
up
well
the good
behind
work.
Rio at this point.
Yes, thank you very much.
And there's nothing in the conversation that suggests I'm still catching up kind of thing.
I agree, son. I think it did wrap up the story nicely.
Hey, Dio.
Bloody little
I
fly
overheard
keeps
some information.
Guizhang.
fucker.
Information.
Now,
I
for
heard
any
them all
new
whispering
players
something
here,
about Long
this is an
Ja.
interesting point. If you
That
don't
is
talk to
soon.
Mark again here
Long Ja?
after this cutscene,
Best I
if he
can
doesn't
figure,
progress,
It's some Mad Angels black market deal.
What do you mean after the cutscene?
Makes
Talk to
sense.
him.
yeah.
They've been on edge lately.
Yeah. Even though he tells you about the deal here,
Yeah,
it's like
I
you've
found
got
out
to
the
learn.
hard way.
Yeah. You were wondering what was happening. I think I've done that before myself, actually. But he is just peering over the ocean, isn't he, now?
Yeah, he's literally just here, in fairness, so it's not like it's got to go far.
Mark.
Dio, I got some big.
Huh?
I overheard Tony and Smith saying that a Long Ja.
He does,
is
doesn't he,
going
Stuart?
down
I'm
soon.
sure he said.
Really? When's it gonna...
Maybe.
I see.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm cool.
The date of the long...
Yeah,
What does he say at the end of
but
Shenmue
finding
1?
out Ain't gonna be easy. To them, it's like a
I'm sure
really
he says
big
he'll-
deal.
Maybe the
Yeah,
only
he does
option
say
is
this
to ask
injury will
them
heal
directly.
soon you go on ahead. He
Believe
does
me, I
say
know.
that.
Yo,
He does say that, but doesn't he say...
and whatever.
No, it's because he says, I'm going with you. That's what he says, isn't it?
Mark.
Be careful. You gotta be.
And then Master Chen was like in agreement with that as well, wasn't he? He said like,
I got nipped to the
yes, got you.
loo. Back in a sec. Just nipped to the loo.
Came on. Yeah, so I think that's where we got that idea from, Stu, if you know what I mean, because he does say that, and then he gets his leg injured, and then he says, you go on ahead, yeah. I know what you mean. Like, the leg injury does stop him. See what your point is. Someone make a mod where all other characters is Goro. Okay. Peach would love that. I don't think we'll see Bailu Village again in Shenmue unless there's a cutscene back specifically. Yeah, that's kind of just what I'm saying. Renner's potentially. Or like someone said, like some sort of a flashback thing could work. Hopefully the opening of Shenmue 4 is Mr. Muscles on the Great Wall and then all the 4 Chiyu men in the Cliff Temple. Yeah, I guess so, Shenson. It depends whether or not you think Shenmue benefits from like having insane fights early on. For me, I'm more happy with like the slow build up. I'm happy for them to like just talk for like 20 minutes in Bailu Village at the start of the game. I know that's kind of what was the concerns with Shenmue 3, was that there was going to be a lot of talking and stuff and not really progressing. So I do see why they may have been worried about the start of Shenmue 3 and they tried to speed it up a bit to get to some.
There we are.
Some stuff, but yeah, welcome back on.
Much better.
I might have to do the same in a minute, actually.
That's alright. I thought
Hey, mister.
I'll let you go first, and
I
then
thought I'd make the most of it while it was a bit of a
I'll
quiet.
just catch up on the chat
About
anyway.
you. Here you're after the Mad Angels.
We are trying to get to
I
the
know
end of
you
Shenmue 1
want
today,
revenge,
Sean.
but
That's what we're going
I
to do.
do intend on
If
finishing
something
it today.
happened to you,
'Cause I
The
reckon
original plan was to get to the end of Shenmue 3, wasn't it, by the end of the year? Might be tricky.
no buts,
Shenmue
boy.
2 I can batter through
If no
fairly
one were
quick
left to carry
because you can
on.
wait and do things quick.
Oh,
I've never
machine
speed
that
run it.
be.
I haven't got the time to try and practice it to speed run
I
it,
will
but
show you another move.
I reckon I can do Shenmue 2 in about 3 streams.
What's that move?
It's
3
called
streams,
the
did you say?
cross
Yeah, I
charge.
reckon 3 streams I can do
Okay.
it.
Just at the moment
I know you
obey,
could probably nail
slam into
Kowloon
your
in a stream.
opponent's side.
You could nail Guilin in a stream.
Yeah.
When
But it's
he
whether or
is
not
up
you could
against
do the
multiple
whole of
opponents,
Aberdeen and Hong Kong in
I
a
might
stream.
have to be
They can all
naughty
gang up on
and
you,
use
you
cheat
know.
engine for the money,
this move is perfect
Okay.
for times like that.
and then I should be able to batter through
Thank
it.
you very much.
I've got another little fly. I've just killed 2, and there's another little fuck
So the
flying around now.
bastards get in, don't they?
I don't know where they're getting in from. Annoying. Wouldn't mind an insane opening and then a slow build up and then a massive explosive fight. Yeah, I mean, fair play. You could see it. And then the ending of Shenmue 4, what would that be, like your Zimming fight or something? That would be pretty sick.
Darts. 1 game, 100 yen.
Do you feel like they're going to leave a fight with Lan Di again now? Until maybe
give it a
Shenmue
try.
5? Is that when we're going to get Lan Di again?
Yeah.
Because we've got all these, haven't we? We've got Niao-sun, which potentially could be a fight. If we do meet up with Zimming, that could be a fight. You've got these Chiyu men leaders, apparently.
So what we know is Rio is nowhere near
No,
Lan
good.
Di at this moment in time.
I know it annoy a lot of people. You get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I've waited all these years and we still haven't had a proper fight with Lan Di."
Because you
If they didn't do one in Shenmue 4, I mean.
because it's not that it's the wider story, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I'd be completely
Oh,
happy
good.
if we didn't even see Lan Di in the 4th game. How crazy would that be?
Hey Kit, by the way, out of curiosity, what would you guys expect or want from a second season of the anime? As most of the story was told in season 1. Well, we know they were going to they were going to do half a season for Shenmue 3,
So close.
and then the rest of it would be new content. So as long as it ended up in an
Last
appropriate
one.
end point for either a Shenmue 4 going into a final season of the anime, that would be
So
fine
close.
with me. I'd love to see the Cliff Temple and Bailu all through
No
through
more
a
darts.
new season of the anime, but we'll see
That's
on
enough
that
for
one.
now.
Hey, Count Gooby, by the way. We didn't welcome you in. just done it.
Brighton have beaten Man United 1-0. Brighton are a good side these days. I wouldn't
Really?
laugh so
Okay.
much at that. I'm surprised, but
I think it was Brighton that knocked Stoke out, wasn't it?
Take this.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Brighton are a fucking good side these days.
Sheephead says, I don't think we'll see Mr. Muscles again, to be honest. I know he was meant to be on the wall, but I think that was before they cut Baisha. Yeah, true. We did a Donu kind of attack to him, didn't we? And I wouldn't expect to see Donu again.
No, I wouldn't. I think that's done. Hey, Overjump, by the way, they should finish the story with the anime, then do a Shenmue Kiwami 1, 2, and 3 to regain momentum, continue with Shenmue 4 and 5. We've got to go over the hurdle of getting an anime done, but I think it's certainly plausible.
It's possible. I'd rather see the games finish the story first, but I do get the point there. They could do it much simpler. Simpler? Is that weird? In the anime, couldn't they? For cheaper, anyway.
Certainly do it faster and for less money.
Yeah. But I don't know how I'd feel about that, seeing the ending of the games.
Yeah, because you're then playing the games, knowing what's happened.
Yeah.
Which is difficult, I think. But there we are. Kit, it would be a shame to cover events that could encompass some of Shenmue 4. Yeah, and they are in a. It's very tricky because had the anime been greenlit for season 2, they would be developing it now. And bear in mind, it was September last year. They said that they were gearing up to get ready for it before it got cancelled. So we'd probably be about 2 years off of it at that point. And that realistically would be a quicker turnaround than the games anyway. Now, I take the point you don't have to watch the anime, but you can guarantee that James and I would watch it. Hands down.
For sure, man.
We'd have to.
Well, everyone would anyway, wouldn't they? Any Shenmue fan would, so.
But it is a less expensive way, as long as they monetized it properly, of getting things done.
It was Premier League. I thought it was Cup for some reason. I was thinking that. Mr. Muscles does work for Niao-sun, so it's possible. Was that confirmed? He works for Niao-sun?
She mentions that she owns the red snake sort of thing.
Okay. That makes sense then.
Ah, good.
Retro Godfather, anything out of the game would be disappointing. It's hard. We're in a tough spot in that regard because I agree a game is preferred. I know James does.
Mm-hmm.
But they could finish it with an anime and it costs a lot less money. But they'd need to be doing things like, where the fuck is the Blu-ray for season 1? Why are they not monetizing this shit out of that, even on a limited run? Where's the anime merch? Proper anime merch. I'm not talking like the shit that's exclusive to Japan or anything like
Just
that.
forgotten about it, haven't they? You don't hear anything about it anymore, which is a shame. Considering like this time last year, we were like sat down watching for the first time, weren't we? The Blu-ray.
We finished. It was this time last year, give or take a couple of weeks, where we were finishing the anime. And then I had Jason DeMarco on in, I think it was June time last year, something like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to try and sit down and work it out. But yeah,
I'd like to see Shenmue 3 in anime, definitely.
I would.
I think they could do a really good job there.
And what I would say in not defense of the anime is probably the wrong word, but with Adult Swim and this whole merger now settling down, and they've been told to focus in on more adult-led content, there is then opportunity for them to revisit these franchises that were canned.
I've got plenty of time to ask
for
around.
whatever reason. But we just have to see.
Well, it's supposed to be a writer's strike. I don't know if it's happening or it's happened.
It's happening now, in fact.
Happening now.
But that wouldn't affect the anime because that was written in Japan.
Yeah, but I know a lot of the trouble with what the writers are striking for is because of the heads of Warner Discovery. Those are the people that are raking all the money, and the actual writers and the teams making the shows apparently aren't getting paid. I watched a video anyway. This guy was on the news and he was saying like the salary that the guy who owns Warner Discovery is on is what 10,000 writers are just asking for their wage collectively. So one man versus 10,000 of these writers. And so when you've got stuff like that going on within the company,
Yo, I got some big.
small fries in it, Shenmue.
Maybe.
I see.
Be careful.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm gonna go to the toilet, by the way.
Yeah, no
Toilet
worries.
break.
Yeah, no worries. I'm trying to get on the fucking bus. See if this leaves without me. Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Good stuff.
RKDC, welcome in,
Oh.
man. And hello, Aziz, as well, man. Hope you're well. Don't think you can watch English dub legally anywhere. No, you can't. You have to find it through illegal means. Or, I don't know if they're still on eBay. I think Sheep or somebody might have better knowledge of this than I would. They were still selling the sort of knockoff Shenmue anime DVDs on eBay not too long ago, but I don't know if they're still there. I've got one. Still haven't opened it actually, but yeah, they're still there. So I shouldn't really encourage this, but they are on bootleg on DVD on eBay. Paddy's offering to send the English dub to anybody who would like it. I'm going to ignore that comment because I might get in trouble. But no, it's all good. Yeah, that bootleg DVDs. It's actually quite well produced, actually. I was quite surprised by it. For a bootleg set, it looks alright. And the Japanese, just in case anyone's going to ask, is still on Crunchyroll if people wanted to watch it. Yeah, true, Stuart. I completely agree. I'd have to look at the eBay link, Sheep, but they're all pretty similar from what I remember. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, it's a piss take. Absolute joke. You got this anime and free money sat on the table and they just didn't take it. And yeah, Shenmue cosplays. It's weird. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's stupid. It's just stupid. There's no other way I can put it. It's just fucking stupid. But I will comment on that actually, just as a point.
Time for a daily warm-up race.
Adult Swim and Crunchyroll, as far as I'm aware, don't have the merch rights to it. That's down to Sega. They license the merch out. So if they wanted to Blu-ray it or DVD it or merch, that's down to Sega to say yes, okay. I don't know why they haven't. It's flipping madness.
Ready?
But even like the anime pin set, for example, that was exclusive to Japan. I had to get that imported over. Now, I was always going to do that, but why make it needlessly restrictive like that? It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, man.
Possibly, Paddy, but they could have still done it. That's right, AB. You can't watch the English dub legally in the UK. You have to watch the Japanese through Crunchyroll. Sega being Sega, I agree. Absolutely agree. It's Sega being Sega a little bit. They make really weird decisions sometimes.
That's mental, innit? That there's no way of watching
I know.
English dub that we spent money on.
I know. Hey, Anadil.
Hey, Anadil. What are we saying about bloody rain, by the way, mate? Start the show. It's pissing it down here now.
Oh, is it? It's bone dry here.
No, soaking. Just walking. You can see it on my arm, but I am wet.
Forklift 1. Some dirty tactics there.
Laying a bomb. What did I do? Did I bang the desk or something? Did I make a loud thump? Or is that doing a poo? No. Just got myself a drink as well. Proving it.
I'm the old vodka tonight because I can.
Ooh.
Not being
Why
in
not,
work,
eh?
not being at
Normally
work
on the
tomorrow
whiskey.
means I can do what I want.
Normally on the whiskey, but I'm just on Vimto tonight.
I like
Vimto
Vimto,
squash.
cheeky Vimto, back in the day.
Nothing cheeky about this, just
Showing me
Squash.
age right there, but never mind.
honestly, I know you've probably answered all these questions, but I could see Limited Run putting in to do the Blu-ray. It would be good.
I know this is. I'm allowed to say this. When Limited Run got taken over or sold to Embracer Group, I did ask Josh outright. So does that mean you can't do Shenmue stuff anymore? And he said, well, no, it's fine. We can. They're still operating independently. They've got their own revenue streams. So they're allowed to still do that sort of stuff. I'm a bit of a mare on the forklifts at the moment. We're on day 5 of forklifting. I reckon another hour-ish we'll finish this, hour and a half at a push. I want to finish this tonight. If I can.
Go for it, man.
Oh man,
I've got
so
nothing
close.
to
You almost had it.
be
Here's
in
your
bed for.
prize. Thanks.
I can go when I want tomorrow.
It's time for
Rain
work.
was
Let's
forecast
get
during the
cracking.
bank holiday weekend. Yep, absolutely fucking typical being in Britain. Yes, they do.
What's
still,
anyone?
They
Gotcha.
still sell
Today
open
you gotta
fruits.
move
I've
cargo
seen them.
between warehouses. Gotcha.
The Starburst
First,
then,
take
aren't
the
they?
crate from here over to warehouse number 8.
Yes,
Well,
but
they've
some
been
of the,
they've been
some,
Starburst for
Then
like
take a
20
crate from
years.
warehouse
Some of the
number
Unless they
8 to
repackaged.
warehouse
some of the
number
pound
18.
shops sell them,
You know
like
where
as
that
opal
is, right?
fruits.
I take
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think they did
Then take number
repackage them as a bit of
warehouse
like a.
number 18. Yep.
Oh, look how
But
vintage
careful
we
you don't
are.
get mixed up. The
Like a
quota's written on the map.
nostalgic
I got it.
resurgence, wasn't it, with everything? So I don't know why they changed the name in the first place. Was there a lawsuit, or was it just a
Don't
bloody
know.
marketing thing?
I don't know.
If-
I remember them
In your head
changing
as
it.
well, even though they probably taste exactly the same, I always thought when they moved to Starburst, they didn't taste the same. That could just be in my head though.
I don't know
They were
actually.
like
I
really
couldn't-
strong fruity back in the day, weren't they? Like you'd have a lemon one, and I feel like it was like quite sour lemon almost. An opal fruit.
I did like opal fruits back in the day.
Is it Starburst? Yeah, Starburst. Didn't they turn into like some sort of like a bag of jelly beanie sort of things as well? Why have I got them in my head? Like a red bag. Am I thinking of Skittles?
Skittles, you're thinking of
No,
the adverts.
Starburst. Starburst had some sort of like their own version of a jelly bean, right?
Oh, did they?
Does anyone remember them? Do they still do them?
Oh, Abdullah's playing the Horizon DLC. I've got that. I've played about 2 hours of it. I'm gonna try and finish that over the weekend. It was good though. Green apple flavored Jolly Ranch. I've had that, having been over to America, and I was like, oh god, like that was sour as shit. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Paddy, this is Yokosuka t-shirt. Actually from Kakita. That shop.
Oh, the
Represent.
jacket shop.
Yeah. You know, the one that's based on the
Yeah,
military
yeah,
jacket
yeah.
shop, yeah.
God, I need to get out there at some point. Just badger Joel at Wisenet to let me in. I did say I owe him a beer actually if I ever get out there.
That's what I was going to ask. Is anyone doing anything for this coronation stuff?
Fuck all.
Not having a bit of a street party or anything?
I'll be quite honest with you. Like, I'm not for or against the royal family. I don't want to get into it on stream because people have quite strong views on it. But I'm not for or against the royal family. I just don't care, particularly. So I will do what I do any other bank holiday, which is playing games and pledging allegiance to Shenmue Dojo.
Fair enough.
And that's it.
According to JP, the name change was for consistency with the name in different territories.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because Snickers, I don't know. Snickers used to be called Marathon
Snickers
over here.
Did they?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I only ever remember them being Snickers. I think they are still marathon bars in America, right?
Yes, there are, I think.
Starburst did some weird jelly bean thing. Yeah. Starburst. Sweet. Let's see what pops up for that.
Dairy Milk and Galaxy for the win. Tell you what's nice. Dairy Milk Mint Crisp. Tesco's were doing them not that long ago. They are epic.
Is that a new flavour?
What, Mint Crisp?
Yeah. My favourite's always been the what's it called? Like the Willy Wonka sort of Marvelous version that they did with it's got jelly beans.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's the pink one.
That's the best one.
That's really nice, in fairness. Quite like that one.
Starburst jelly beans. I wonder what I'm thinking of. Maybe it is that. Just has a strange, vivid memory of it.
Sour Skittles are good.
And you know, I think that's a weird human sort of a thing that you can imagine the flavour of something. Like when we were talking about it there, I could almost not taste it, but there's some sort of like a weird fifth dimension thing going on in your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like you can think of the taste. That's a weird thing to sort of describe. How can you think of taste? But you can, can't you? It's the same with like thinking of a smell. You can't smell it, but you can sort of
smell of it.
Think of how it smells. Yeah, it's weird.
Just answer a question in chat from Cyberfear and welcome in. Do you really think we'll get Shenmue 4? Yes, I do think we'll get Shenmue 4. It might be a bit of a battle, but we'll get there.
Oh, mate, Renner's Iron Brew bars. Do they not do them anymore? Those really thin.
Oh, God, yeah. They used to break your teeth.
Chewy.
Like with Wham bars as well.
They used to be so sour, didn't they?
Yeah.
Those Iron Brew ones.
Yeah, they were horrid. Like, you'd be sitting there, your eye would be doing all that and sort of thing.
Used to, when I bought them at school, I used to like roll them up and then put the whole thing in one go in my mouth.
Bloody hell, you're a
like
bloody
mental.
nutter. You madman. You absolute madman.
I love all this snack talk.
It's making me hungry, actually. Frutella, yeah, they were good.
Who?
Frutella.
Nutella?
Frutella.
Rutella?
Fru.
Oh, Frutella. Frutella. Yeah. Oh, for the moment then, I had the taste on my mouth then. They're more like smoother, aren't they, on the outside? Like a pinky coloured, pinky purple one I had in my head then. Frutella. Skittles.
I like Skittles.
Supposed to be like insane, aren't they? Like on the sugar and the
Yeah, if I ever stay up late night to
levels or
watch
something.
watch a wrestling pay-per-view, I will dose up on Skittles. Speaking of wrestling, this is more a question for Sun than anybody else. Well, I'm going to put it out to the chat as well. Did anybody get AEW tickets for Wembley Stadium? Cody Rhodes got robbed.
You going?
Yes, I am indeed. I've got my tickets. I got my tickets on pre-sale. I was not missing that for anything.
I remember Sif, Jeff. Took me ages to get used to saying Sif.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Who remembers Curly Whirly?
Curly Whirly's still there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still there. I have them all the time. Well, I say all the time. I haven't had one for like a year, but
Honestly, runners, do it. It's because the general sales on tomorrow at 11. You got stag that weekend. Oh dear, Paddy. Just take the stag do to AEW, you'll be fine.
Why am I struggling to keep up with the chat now? Is everyone talking about tweets and stuff? Oh yeah, Lilt has been rebranded as a Fanta flavour now, hasn't it?
Oh, has it? I didn't know that. Cody Rhodes got robbed. He did get robbed.
And I didn't realise until
Hey, my Goro.
Darren was on about it on Twitter. Those Brannigan's crisps, they don't make anymore.
Gets me a real job. Work hard and
I used to love them.
her.
Mary? But she's too young.
Don't you know, Dio? Girls
I actually sent Switch a bag of them
But to Goro?
in like a bit of a care package
Well,
thing at one
Goro,
point.
He's not so bright, but he's got a heart of gold.
Yeah, but Goro.
Well, bro.
I used to go Reynolds. I went to WWE a few times in Manchester. I saw Raw get filmed there when Kane and Undertaker came out and smashed the shit out of the Wyatt family. That was insane. And I went to see SmackDown get filmed when AJ Styles won the title off Jinder Mahal. And honestly, it was like a fucking football stadium when he won. It went absolutely fucking mental. Beer everywhere. It's great.
You have to take a sign with you, Matt. You know, the AEW guy or whatever.
The bugger is, I'm not anywhere near where the hard camera would be, so on the main ring.
Right.
I'm opposite the Titantron, so I'm opposite. I can see everything where I'll be, but I'm in line with the walkway, sort of opposite.
That would be cool. Like
I did
the
debate
opposite of
it.
what he said.
I did debate it, you know, like if we got like side where the hard cam could see. I did debate taking a sign saying hashtag let's get Shenmue 4, but there's no point. It wouldn't even get seen where I'm sat.
Expecting to show me 3.
It's alright. After
You
the
not
video,
swap seats.
after the video that releases on Saturday, I might need a sign for my life because some people are going to go after that one.
I think you'll be fine on that one. I think it's a really good debate. That everyone in the chat will be in agreement with anyone.
Yes, there is a Nando's. I think we're going to make a day of it, actually. Ticketmaster, yes. Live Nation as well, runners. They go on general sale tomorrow. I wasn't going to miss that. I tried to get tickets for Money in the Bank, actually, for WWE, but they sold out in seconds. Like, boom, gone. And I went through pre-sale and I went through general sale. I didn't have a fucking hope in hell. But with AEW, I went through pre-sale and it was actually quite easy.
Ooh.
What's Nando's like?
Ah, good.
It's basically spicy chicken. That's all they do. With like burgers and...
Peri.
Yeah. It's nice though.
It's
Highly
nice.
recommend it. Nando's is overrated. Don't you dare say that, sheep. That's disgusting.
Hey,
How
welcome
dare
in
you.
Greatest Journey, by the way.
Welcome, Grace Journey. Didn't see you there, mate.
I like Nando's.
I like Nando's. I don't have Nando's very often, so it's a bit of a treat, but I do like it.
If you were like, I don't know, comparing it to places I'd rather go, like Ipudu, Paddy, or Coco Ichiban's or something, but I could take a Nando's. I could take anything. That Taco Bell meal we had.
This one.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
There you go. Scribes just put that together nicely. What Nando's is.
Have you seen
Sure. Draw a
any
raffle ticket.
Popeyes? Yeah.
We've
Anywhere,
got one
no.
in Oxford. I haven't
Have
been
you?
to it.
Have you been?
No, I was in Oxford the other week, and I
No
didn't
win.
go to it because I was just only in there for
Try
an
again
appointment.
another time.
It's like hours before dinner, but I am tempted. We didn't try it in America actually when we were out
Oh, right.
there.
We had it in Vegas and it was amazing. I don't know if
Really?
it's just that one time that was really good,
I'll take this, please.
but it's like KFC
Yeah, sure. Thank you very
on
much.
crack. It's just
KFC on crack.
It's just so much better than KFC.
That's really
Sure,
funny. I
draw
like
a
that.
raffle
KFC on
ticket.
crack.
And the dude said, "Did I want any sauce?" And I was like, "It's because it's my first time I've ever had a Popeyes."
No win.
I was like, well, what sauces have you got?
Try
And he
again
like read
another
through
time.
all these different weird names, and I was like, can I try one of each? And he just gave me like a sachet of like about 10
Everything.
different sauce flavors. And they did, I don't know if they do it in the England ones, but they did give you like a biscuit or whatever they call them in America, where it's like a, you know, those hard muffin things.
Oh yeah.
And it was really nice.
Yeah, a winning can.
Cheers, AB man. Good to see you. Hope to see you some more streams, man. I'll drop you a message at some point.
I was
in
just
the
going
week
to say,
as well.
it's nice to see
good.
see
Yeah.
someone like Aaron
Yeah, he's been around a
saying
long time.
Popeyes is good. It's good though as well, because it's like, if they like it in America, it must be good.
Hey,
But yeah,
I'm Rio Hazuki.
cheers for joining, dude.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, man. But yeah, cheers, Aaron.
Yeah, sure.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I'll take this, please.
KFC on crack.
Sure, draw
Yeah.
a raffle ticket.
I'm waiting for Popeyes to put out that advert now.
No win.
Oh, fuck off.
No prize, eh?
No win.
Keep not winning anything. That's alright, we'll win ultimately when Shenmue 4 gets announced.
I think my nearest is in Nottingham.
Oh, is it?
Popeyes. Yeah.
Next
So it's
time,
not
next
really-
time I'm near one, I'm eating, and I will give it a go.
We could have gone when we went that gaming place. I think it was open then.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. We were hungry and saw a Domino's, didn't we? We were like, that'll do.
Yeah.
They are expensive renters, but the cheap seats aren't too bad if you can get them. But I was
Jollibee, what's that?
always going to pay through the nose for those.
Is it one of those pay-per-view events then?
Yeah, it's
good
all
idea.
in. It's a pay-per-view, so it's a big deal. It's also a massive show because the last show they did, wrestling show they did at Wembley Stadium, was SummerSlam 1992.
Okay.
So it's quite a big deal. Yeah, that's about right, Renners.
Raking it in.
Yeah, they'll be making a shitload of money out of that as well. I remember that SummerSlam. I had a poster for that back when I was a kid. The main event was Bulldog versus Bret Hart for the IC title.
Hmm.
I haven't got a Taco Bell near here. There is a
Weren't too
Wendy's,
impressed with Taco Bell.
though, near
I
me.
like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell's fries. Like the powder they put on
Back to
them.
work.
They're nice. No, we haven't got any Wendy's.
First, take the cargo to warehouse number 8.
We've got one,
Then
I
go to
think,
warehouse
not
number
too
18.
far from us, but I've never been to it. I'll tell you what I liked in America actually was Shake Shack. They were really good. The shakes in there were bloody brilliant when I was over
Not
there.
heard of that. Oh, interesting. I really rate Taco Bell, to be honest, and I don't think it's expensive at all.
I've
think
never
it's
had,
on par
never
with-
had one. Never had one. I'll have to try it one day, but
Shake Shack. Never even heard of that till today. I don't think, anyway.
if you go to America and there's a Shake Shack, you make sure you go to it because it's fantastic.
Just shakes, is it?
Yeah, just they do like little bits of food as well, but I was not interested in that. I was like, just give me the shake. I don't care about anything else. Give me the shake. We had one at some shopping complex in Florida. It was
Is it-
so
is it-
good. We turned out we had one down the road from where we were staying, so I was like, oh, I'm having that again.
I thought you were going to say what Stuart said there. There's one at Westfields, apparently.
I was there. I didn't know that. Oh, Westfield Stratford. Oh, okay.
We were at one point doing Pinkberry, but I don't know if that's still around in the UK. But we
don't-
went to a Pinkberry, and the only reason I know about Pinkberry is from that one episode of Curb
Oh,
Your
yeah.
Enthusiasm. Paddy, you probably know what I'm on about. Where they go out to get a pinkberry for the dog because the dog's dying, and apparently it's his favourite thing, and they can't help themselves but eat it on the way. They just keep having a little spoonful. So I always wanted to try pinkberry, and then they had it at I think it's Blue Water in London, that sort of area. I don't know if it's still there, but basically it's like frozen yogurt, but you just put like shit tons of toppings on, like fruit and. Cheers, JP. See you later,
Nice
man.
one, JP.
Thank
Take
you for
it
joining.
easy.
There's a couple of Chocos in London now, right, Paddy? One more season, is that confirmed? It's last season. You said that before, didn't you? Where it was like last season, and then they ended up doing another 3 or 4. All right. Yeah.
Speaking of
think you
random TV shows, they're doing the last season of Cobra Kai's being filmed now.
Oh yeah. You caught up on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I caught up on that. It's a little
Love
cheesy
Cobra
in
Kai.
parts, isn't it? But it's quite good.
Yeah, it makes it. Does make it. It seems like everything's sort of ending then, right? Because I think Stranger Things is.
That's got one more season. That's out
Well, it's
next
only got
year.
one more left. So Netflix are going to have to come up with some good stuff.
They'll milk the
Beef.
shit out of that, though, won't they? Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
they'll do spin-offs and all sorts.
I was going to say Beef. That was really good. That new show they came out with.
My wife got me to watch Stranger Things, actually.
Hmm.
And I was quite impressed. I thought the first season was okay. Second season was decent. But from there, it was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
I really enjoyed the last season.
I did, actually, as well.
I know people were saying out moaning about the Russia stuff, but I quite enjoyed that bit.
They the only thing I had with it, I'm not trying not to spoil it, is they bottled it with one of the characters and what happened to them, in my opinion. Considering what they were considering to do originally, and then they changed their minds.
Okay, I
I
can't
think
quite think.
Yeah, I'll keep it like there because I don't want to.
What, the ginger girl?
Yeah, we'll leave it there
Okay.
because if people haven't watched it or are in the middle of watching it, I don't want to spoil it. Oh, hey Andy, man, I hope you're good.
Yo, Andy. Beef is great. The food and the show. Would recommend it. I was surprised by it actually because it starts off very much like a show you could imagine the way where it's going to go. Like it just seems very stereotypical sort of premise, but actually, come the second episode, third episode, fourth episode, and you start getting addicted to it, it's like it goes really, really crazy.
I've never watched
Beef.
it.
Yeah, it's only been out a few weeks now, but it's basically, you know, the guy from The Walking Dead, the Korean guy.
Oh
Got
yeah,
what his name is
I
in
know
The
you
Walking
mean.
Dead. Stephen Yuen, anyway, his name is. And someone Ada Wong or something like that. Is that a Resident Evil character? Something like that. Anyway, that's the name. But basically, they get in a bit of a road rage incident. Like he's reversing and she's almost slams into him. Ada Wong is it Resident Evil? But just the beef just keeps escalating, and it's like kind of dark humor combined with like great acting, some of the directions it goes in, especially like towards the end. I think it was like episode 9. Something absolutely nuts happens, and it caught me off guard a bit.
What's it on?
But,
Like Netflix or?
Just Netflix, mate. Yeah, they're only like 30 minutes an episode, and there's only 10, so you can like nail it.
Question.
Talk to the wife about
But-
that.
You know
'cause
about
she-
the long jaw?
I tell you what we watched was
What
quite
did you
funny.
say?
Superstore on Netflix. That's really
know.
funny.
I quite like Superstore. Yeah,
No! Hey!
Hey, wait!
if you're into your sort of your American Office and Parks and Rec, very much on that lines.
Yeah.
What?
See ya, boy! Hey, Bob, help! I'll get rid of him.
Oh, excuse me.
Shenzhen's asking you when that Resident Evil 2 remake Shenmue mod stream's going to happen.
I need to buy the game first,
Hey, Pedro! You need help?
but I will do it once when the game's on sale. I will buy it,
What?
and then I'll mod it in. And I will do it.
Help!
Forget that QT kind of.
The sound effects are a little bit quiet. That's on my end, in fairness.
When's the long jaw?
I don't know,
I'll break your arm!
but I don't know, I swear. Only the boss. of
Resident
the
Evil
Mad
2
Angels
remake was
knows.
really good actually.
Who is the boss?
I've never played it.
It's
Yeah.
Terry.
I really enjoyed that.
Terry?
I didn't enjoy,
Please,
actually, I'm
don't
not a
tell
fan of,
anyone that I told you.
I don't know, his name's not Nemesis, I can't think what his name is in Resident Evil 2, but like
X?
someone
Where
that,
is he?
Mr. X, yeah, where you can't,
It's the truth.
like no room is safe kind of thing, he's just constantly following you. But actually, before I got to Mr. X, I thought it was amazing. Mr. X was okay in hindsight,
Got
but
your pay.
I don't like that sort of gameplay where I'm constantly being chased,
Thank
because
you.
I like to explore more.
No, wait.
Yes?
Someone came to see you earlier.
Tears of the Kingdom, what's
Yes,
that?
a young
Zelda.
man in a
The
suit.
Zelda game on Switch.
He asked me to give this
no
to
I will
you.
get it eventually, but not for a while yet. Because I've got
Thanks.
shit I need to play. And I
That
just haven't
isn't really
finished
great.
Breath of the Wild, actually.
Hmm?
Yeah,
The Mad Angels are after
it was
you.
okay.
Beware.
I've just never been into Zelda.
I think Breath of the
Reason.
Wild, I got bored very easily with it.
Ah.
I
The
sound
It
like
could just be my Sega biasy sort of stuff that I have never got into these Nintendo franchises, but
It sounds like I'm a bit of a snob, but I just can't get into Zelda. Ocarina of Time's good,
Hazuki.
but I can't get into Breath of the Wild. I think it's too big and too empty. I don't
Master
know.
Chen, Is
my
Landy coming
opinion.
for the long jaw?
Why do you know about Long Jaw?
I got it out of the Mad Angels. So, is Landy coming?
Landy has nothing to do with the long jaw.
Who Dungeons?
Only the lowest TO-men members are involved.
But Terry and his gang have arranged
I know Peter,
transport
I
for
think
Landy
Majora's
to a
Mask
ship.
or something's his favourite game ever made or something
He's
after
acting as a
Shenmue.
guide for
Majora's
Landy,
Mask is
so
good.
as to ingratiate himself with the Chi-Yo men.
Terry and his gang already know about you. And that you're trying to stop the long jaw.
The items we deal in are expensive. Paintings,
Good cutscene.
calligraphy, antiques, gems. Terry's
That's
gang
kind of
deals
where
in
he
contraband.
reveals like they're in dodgy trading.
A little bit, yeah. It's
A little bit. Not as bad as in the
Established
In the
a
anime.
market
The anime.
destroyed.
contraband. Yeah.
If our trade route is disturbed, it will cause
Out of
trouble
interest for
for
Tears
us
of the
in
Kingdom, you see Kotaku were kicking off
So, now
massively
you see.
because
Go
Nintendo
home
blacklisted
before you get
them
hurt.
and didn't give them a review
I can't
copy
do
like
that.
ahead of time.
Someone
They'd be
as
going
young
mental.
as
One of
you
their
should
reporters
not be
literally
involved.
tweeted they were like Nazis.
Tell me when the
There's a
long
picture
jaw
of it
is.
on Twitter.
I cannot
Like they
tell
went
you.
fucking mental.
But if you
Like,
can be
I was like,
patient
what the fuck is this?
and listen to my counsel, no harm will come to you.
Yeah, Smash.
Father,
As
And yes,
written in
Kotaku
the
are
letter to his
fucking
father,
idiots.
I'm
I
bound
agree.
by my promise to Zhu Yuanda. I will hear no more of this today.
Yes, they
Very
did
well.
feature a lot of
I'll
leaked
back off for
footage.
now.
A ton of it.
Your
And they
father
wonder
Does
why.
someone get
wanted you to throw your life
done
away
for that?
so
You know,
senselessly.
NDAs and all that sort of stuff.
I don't know. Hey, Rapping Root Beer Man, hope you're well. Nintendo do go after everybody, they don't fuck about.
Right, you're kind of at the climax, aren't you?
Yeah, we're probably into the last, what, hour now?
Yeah. Nice extended Shenmue day stream for you guys here.
I need to finish this game today, because otherwise I'm buggered. I did probably underestimate it a little bit. That's my own fault.
You know, one of the ideas on the Dragon and Phoenix side of things was the fact that there'd be no credits, right? So you'd be leaving Japan on the boat and you'd instantly arrive,
Yeah,
transition-wise.
I quite like that though.
Starts. One game, 100 yen.
Does tomorrow counts bank holiday? No, tomorrow's not bank holiday. It's the Monday they carry it over.
I'll play it once.
Always loving the
I
long
think
stream.
postmen are working tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah. I go back to work next Tuesday. Ugh.
It's like Rowan.
I shouldn't complain really, but
Hey, not too bad.
I don't know what caused that random drop early on in the stream, but it seems to have sorted itself out. Don't know why.
The cameras were stuttering,
So
weren't they?
close.
Yeah, it was all went a bit funny, but there's a lot of bank holidays in May, to be fair. I haven't worked a full week at work since March,
It's good going.
and I won't be working a full week until
Hey,
June,
not too bad.
because I've got time off for weddings and shit and bank holidays, so
Yeah. It's like that last day of May, ain't there? Whatever
Yeah.
it is. Towards the end of May, anyway.
random
Good.
bank holiday at the end of May.
This is the last start.
Oh, God, I don't miss working retail and having to work fucking bank holidays anyway
So
or
close.
whatever.
Yeah. Sundays and all sorts.
I used to get double
I
time on
imagine.
a Sunday and bank holiday when I did retail.
more
So that
darts.
wasn't horrendous, but it's fucking.
Maybe I'll play some more.
So I will. I think it's been plenty of time since. Let's relink the fan giveaway if anyone's
Yes,
interested.
yes.
So we're giving away
I'm getting
a
it.
Shenmue 3 promotional fan, courtesy of Adam Korolik. Shenmue 3 fan. And many thanks to
I'm
Scribe
getting
as
it.
well, if you're still in the chat, buddy, for which you are, yeah. Seen your name
Yeah, he's just
in
posted.
recent minutes for sending these over. Really well packaged. So extra little
No,
shout out
good.
to Scribe for picking these up off Adam. How was Adam, by the way?
I was
Scribe?
gonna say, how was OLL and everything there? Because it looked
No,
good.
good.
It just didn't tie up with what I was doing to be
This
able to
is
get
it.
there.
I was looking at trains, but they
Hey,
were
not
like
too bad.
crazy expensive just to go. I guess it's not really a well trodden train line, is it? I don't know,
Get
to
over.
Norwich or wherever it was.
It was
But
Norwich,
Stoke to
wasn't it?
wherever it
Maybe next
was,
time.
I think it was Norwich. Yeah, Stoke to Norwich was like maybe you just had to go to a different station first, but it was like crazy money for some reason, like over £100 train or £80 train or something. And it was like I'd like to meet Adam, but not that desperate. £80 desperate, if you know what I mean, and the travel time involved. I'd have to sort of book a hotel, really,
Like, if he was, yeah,
and then
like
that's extra expenses.
I would have gone had it tied up better with what I was. I couldn't justify being away for 2 weekends in a row.
Because you did that stag thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in a stag in Manchester the following week.
Which is a shame
I'd have gone otherwise.
that it's so expensive. I don't know why the trains are so expensive. Because I could have drove, but then it would have been like easy £60 petrol each way. and then like I say, you can't really, because for me, I think it was coming up about 3 to 4 hours driving.
About 2.5 hours from me if I drove it.
Was it?
Ah, good.
Yeah, I couldn't justify it. Like, there's no way in hell I could have justified it, unfortunately.
That was a good video, Paddy. Really enjoyed that one. That was he went with Scribe Switch across to the US Navy base. Really good.
Yeah, train prices over here are absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It kind of blew me away, that video, actually, how that is in Japan. This area that they've made to look like America.
When's the next big game expo thing everyone's going to? There's that one in Nottingham in July.
Are you going that, Matt, or
I
not?
don't know. I need to work out how that fits. There's one in September at the NEC.
The Birmingham one. I'd definitely go that one.
And then there's EGX in October.
I'll definitely go that one. Definitely go that one. That was amazing last year.
That week off work, actually. So I'll get a ticket and go to that when they're on sale.
Sorry, Scribe said, really nice guy, super chatty. Didn't get many words in. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd love to meet Adam. Actually,
Yeah, I would.
it would have come. Honestly, it would have come to probably like 200 to 300 quid just to get there for a day. So, it wasn't worth it for me, unfortunately.
No, it's very tight with money. Yeah. Squire was trying to try and pair the next Shenmue meetup with a games expert. I'd love to do it like that.
Rocket Knight, mate.
Good.
Scribe, yeah.
I just remember I was in Florida. I was in Florida last time, for a Eurogamer. And I was getting all these updates from the chat, like random shit going on at the time.
It was really good, man. Honestly, I would really recommend EGX.
I did EGX years ago. Me and the wife went. That was when it was still in Birmingham, actually. Yeah, God.
Paddy did a really good trick as well, because we noticed on the day that we were there, the lanyard people weren't really looking at the lanyards or whatever. Like, as long as you had one around your neck or whatever, you could just walk straight through. So we went back the next day with his previous day's lanyard and just got in again.
The Outrun cab. I went to some a few years ago. Bit less drink. I'd stay if I could. Yeah, I'd have to see how it all lined up. But if we went to EGX, I'd try to stay over, book a hotel in London.
Yeah, man.
Or Airbnb or something, just stay over.
I'd have gone the dinosaur thing. They had a Jurassic Park little exhibition as well that I was eyeing up. And that dude we met was he made the kind of trip.
Did you say he was like high as a kite?
He wasn't high, I don't think. He was just really sound. But he did like the craziest handshake thing going. It was like a proper hand slap handshake. It was really.
Oh, really?
It made you feel badass.
All night drinks around the bars.
Oh, I nearly had his name then. Begins with a Z. What's his name? Zolly? Zally. Was it Sally? Someone.com, Zally.com or something like that. I booked it for like 8 minutes. Yeah. Fact. He was buzzing because I think it was Paddy or someone told him that I co-own the dojo or whatever, and he was like proper flabbergasted, I think. Because we were just hanging with him before that. Are you getting free drinks as well? Paddy's a right little bloody diamond geezer. He was going up with What did he do? Oh, I think because if you got a receipt, right, from the till, and then you showed the receipt to the other lady, like it wasn't the same person doing the drinks. So we bought like a Coke and a beer or something, and it was like £8 because it was like crazy stupid prices. And then you take the receipt over to the lady, and she looks at it and makes the drinks. And a little bit later, Paddy took the receipt back as though he'd just bought it, and she just looked at the order on the receipt and did. Just made the drinks up again. Sorry.
No, we'll have to do it.
Sorry,
Eurogamer, for sure. The Nottingham one, I need to see if it lines up, but provisionally up for it. And then the one in Birmingham. Birmingham's only an hour and 15 from me.
Okay. It's like 45 minutes for me.
So it's not too far. Just have to see
That one, Scribe as well, yeah. All these little things we did on the day there. Scribe. They weren't allowing you to play Sonic Frontiers again. And Scribe just like walked past the barriers when no one was looking. And sat down.
Good lad.
So you could tell it's a laugh, guys. If anyone's wanting to come down to any of these events, I would recommend it.
I was going to say, like, yeah, once we sort of nail these in our diaries, etc., then it's October, I think, Paddy, when I saw I was looking at it, because it coincides with me having time off work, which is bloody brilliant. I'd have booked the day off anyway, but
it says the Excel again.
I've got I've got the first and second week of October off work, but if it's not, I'll book a day off for it.
I'm in. I'm gonna have to bring that Mortal Kombat disc for you, Sheep, as well. The Friday again. Is that what we did? I'll have to check. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Richard. Hey, Clunky
Clunky
Mage.
Mage.
Well. Hey, you're late. It's alright. We're going to get to the end of Shenmue 1, so you've probably got another 40-ish minutes, I would expect.
I should go out and get some fresh air.
Were you just
Yeah,
with
I'm
Nozomi-san?
down for it. I'll
No,
clear it with the
something
boss
happened to her?
first.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a proper laugh.
Ida-san just phoned,
And it's full of gaming. They had
and it seems
literally every
Nozomi-san
console,
hasn't come home.
like the history of every console on
They did
display.
They did when I went into Birmingham. They had like
Ida-san
all
said
the
she
old
can't
retro
reach
consoles
Nozomi-san.
lined up in like some section,
Yeah.
and you could go and sort of sit down and play them.
Hello? It's real.
Yeah, it was really cool. Some stuff I'd never seen before.
Who is this?
Scribe was actually telling us like a few of the consoles. I think there was the NEC or the NIC or something. Some weird name.
Nozomi.
Some Martins, or whatever are coming up with these names. Something Martin.
Some random
Scribe, what's
console
that
like
one?
4 people.
Yeah. And they had Apple Pippin or whatever it's called, and Townsend Martin. Oh, did I nearly have it then? Does that sound familiar as a console? Retro console.
Ine-san, I gotta go.
Apple FM Towns Martin. There you go. Marty. Never heard of it in my life.
If I don't leave Dobuita by 3, I'll never make it.
Right, let's flip
FM
in.
Towns Marty. What a name that is. Who came up with that?
I want to know where people have got hold of these fucking things.
We bought games for it as well. Samsung Neo. It's Jim Freestyle Rap. What did I say?
Jim's Poetry Corner freestyle.
Made by Fujitsu, is it?
Here we go.
Don't really see them much.
Yes, who is it?
For used to do
It's real.
TVs and all sorts, didn't they?
Ryo-chan.
Fujitsu.
Just a moment.
I do like how Rio turns up to this house at like gone midnight and they're just casually awake.
Yeah, full
Hey,
clothes.
Rio, what's
You're
up?
alright, yeah, it's fine. Do you
I
want to come
need a
in?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Come on
What?
in.
And you can get there as
I'm
like
in a
late
hurry.
as 4 a.m. as well,
Can I
can't
use
you?
your motorcycle? My motorcycle, sure. Cash.
Oh, mate, that lowball Mega CD game, and it had another disc in as well. That was amazing. I tell you about that, Matt. I think
No,
it was
no, you
the
didn't.
prices on.
I won't.
There was like 2
Later.
Mega CD games, and I think they were coming to like 30 quid or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, he said, make me an offer, and I was like, well, if my low ball would be like 15 quid, and he was like, yeah, okay. I was like, what? I was expecting like a counter offer.
And he just took it.
Yeah. And then the Star Wars Rebel Assault I bought had another disc inside. Oh no, it wasn't Star. That was the free disc that was in one of them. It was like proper Dalboy style.
Oh, Jim conning people.
Not intentionally. I was just gobsmacked. He took it. But he was a really nice guy as well, that salesman. But yeah, mad. They got all those consoles just there, like grab sessions. You just touch them.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
It is dangerous. Someone could easily just unplug one, sneak one in the bag, and do one.
I bet they've had people try it as well.
Yeah. And then Paddy was on the Outrun machine, and I think I don't know if they were, but they just seemed like the owners of the cab.
Oh, yeah.
They were like watching him do all the driving and stuff, and then they kind of sort of looked like they were going to be a bit cocky. Like Paddy got up to, he finished, and this dude, this 50-odd-year-old bloke sat down and started making it look like he owned a Ferrari himself.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't actually that good. I think Paddy probably got further on him. Completed space area. Did that.
That's impressive to complete fucking space area.
Yeah, but it was like just kept tapping the credits.
Ah, right, fair enough.
But I got number 1 on the leaderboard because I don't think anyone sat there that long. You forget how long Space Harrier is. It's like I must have been there for about 45 minutes. Yeah, Renner's welcome back, buddy.
I'll turn the sound effects up. Shenmue 2. White Road was good. Yeah, it was, in fairness.
Did they make it easier in the remake? I feel like I can do it that easy. Whereas back in the day I felt like it used to take me like 5 tries to get there. Unless we're just better at the game now.
I'm definitely better at it than I was. I remember struggling as a kid with it. And then sort of having
Looks like
to
we
work
got
it
a
out. But
rat
now
here.
you just ease off the accelerator and just put a brake on a little
The
bit and you're
king
fine.
of the harbor don't like
Did he finish it the
rats.
next day, did he?
Like a sewer rat, always sniffing around. Think we'd just let you pass?
I'm not too bad at Space Harrier because I just do the circle rotation thing. You can pretty much dodge most of the bullets, especially on the bosses. If you just do that circular motion, you can get through the bosses quite easily. But Afterburner for me, Afterburner 2 or whatever it is,
Oh, that's really hard Afterburner.
really hard. Yeah, I'm always, you're constantly doing the flips through the sky, and I still get hit by a missile somehow.
There we are.
Well done.
Not too bad. Afterburner's a fucker.
You made it, huh, boy?
This scene here, this was a bastard to get the screenshot I needed to get for Suka Pass, because we were doing like the original shots, so when I was trying to recreate them on Shenmue 1 and 2, and this particular cutscene here is the only time that you're in this warehouse, and I had to sort of do like Switch's free cam sort of thing during this battle, because everything's obviously loaded in during this battle. But behind the scenes work there for you. Which is why that screenshot's got the blue lighting effect, because there's like some sort of a weird dark blue lighting in here.
Expect a 70-man battle in 2:32. Yeah, alright.
It's one of these viruses, right? Stop them.
That's insane. Like 2 minutes 32.
Screenshot.
I got you now.
Yeah, that's the.
Enough.
That's the original, and I tried to recreate the same camera angle and everything.
Let me have some fun. Haven't had
You see.
enough fun yet.
Pretty
Hey,
much.
You play
Now you
with
can actually
him.
see the reflection of all my disgusting desktop there, with all the icons
That's
that I never tidy up.
I'm cool.
Oh, no, Ryo.
Nozomi,
72-man battle.
are you
Might
alright?
struggle a little bit just because I haven't trained Ryo's moves, so it's going to be
sorry,
It's
interesting.
okay. It's all my fault.
Nearly Scribe, that's coming soon,
Your
mate.
fault.
Switch is just ironing out some of
You're Terry.
the stuff, but it's going to be a pretty fun update,
You're
that
the
one.
tough little schoolboy, huh? Hear you messed up some of my boys pretty good. If I let you go, schoolboy, it sets a bad example.
Ooh. Welcome in. Shenmue 3.
You're the one trying to get information about the long jaw. You're either real brave.
I don't know what your first kanji is, but the second one is like for 9,
taking
right?
Nozomi
Q?
home.
Sure, you can.
See, I
But-
can't figure out your name is, sorry.
It's gonna cost you.
What?
Kiku Maru.
My dear.
Oh, yeah, of
you
course,
gotta
Maru's
make up
circle.
Ken, son. Make it so he can walk.
Guizong?
Ah, so you know him, huh?
Why him?
Yokozo.
He's in my way.
Your way?
As
Yeah,
long as
Richard, man,
Ken's
with those
around,
world record thing is insane, isn't
we
it?
won't be able to gain
Did you watch
total
that run,
control
Matt?
of the
Yeah, I
Hong
did.
Kong route.
Insane. Utterly insane.
Because
That deal.
now I kind of know what he's doing. I can see where he's making his time
Alright.
from, because obviously he does that trick where he like throws them into the wall,
But one more
and then after
condition.
you hit the wall, they've got increased damage, haven't they?
Hmm.
He's like some sort of
Oh,
a glitch
yeah.
or something
Oh,
by
we-
smacking them into a
Ain't
wall.
enough.
Just
Ooh.
been
Get the
raided
girl
by
You take me to
Retro Critic with
Landy.
Party of 8. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you to the new
welcome
chatters as
everyone in.
well. Welcome in.
What do you say?
Love seeing
I
that
know you're
first
the one
time
that
chat
guided
sort of
Landy.
border thing. Look at all these.
Well,
Welcome
big
in,
ol'
guys.
there's more to school, boy.
Really appreciate that. That's
Thank you
awesome.
very much.
You take me to Landy.
We are just
We
very-
just. Oh, go on, Matt. I was going to say what you can say.
As I say, for the new guys in, thank you for the follow.
Only
We
after
are
you take
just
out
finishing Shenmue 1
Guizong.
tonight. Hey, Retro Critic Man, hope you're well.
Do well, thank you, buddy.
no street
Oh,
punk.
thank you, Flaming Naruto, for the
When
follow as
Terry
well.
Yokosuka speaks, he means what he
Yeah,
says.
sort of an extended stream tonight. We don't normally stay
taking her home.
up too late. Probably around this sort of time we'd finish, but
Yeah, I just
we're going to go all the way to the
I want
the
to
end of
crack
Shenmue
through
today.
the end of this now because it's so close that we may as well finish it off.
Thanks.
Back streaming after 6 months. Pretty sick, dude.
But I won't let this
Why
go.
the whatever that word is.
the break.
Like, why
or,
did you stop?
Or
Yeah.
sabbatical or whatever.
Mm. Hiatus. That was the one. That was the word, Shenson. You got it in one, mate. Wish I could pull words out like that, but once you can't get the word out, I'm never ever getting it. You know what I mean? It's a long story. Okay, fair enough. We'll never forget coming across a video on YouTube where someone made a prank phone call using Terry's voice, and it went on for a minute or so, starting beef with the person. I think I know the one you're on about. Or Rio. There's one where it's like, don't forget to say goodbye.
Get your saxes out, guys, for this cutscene.
Oh. Do we reach sax in this song?
Ah, yeah, why not?
Or is this the abridged version?
Yeah, wish twice in the stream.
I would do clunky, but I can't actually hear the game audio.
I would, but everyone would leave the stream immediately.
I can pretend to know what bit we're on. Give me two. I wish you would always be. They only do the English bit, by the way. By my side, there wouldn't be no tears in my eyes. Can't live without you. Why did you have to decide? You won't be aware of my dreams and lies. Don't leave me alone. Stay with me. But I were to be warranted by. I remember you forever.
Hey, Danish D.
Do 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 do.
Right, we'll get into the last little bit now.
There's a little bit of sax there, yeah.
Why's my controller stop working? That's fine now.
Cheers, Conky.
Right, let's get this game finished. Wait, this isn't Duck Racing. No, it's not. Duck Racing is in Shenmue 2. So we're going to get Rio sacked right about now.
Why not, eh?
Why does he bother going to bed? That's a valid point.
Gotta get his kip in. Other than Dubuita. What location's better than By the Village?
Kowloon, I love
That's
Kowloon.
I love that question because it's like opinionated in the question. Other than Dubuita, what location is better than Bailu Village?
Shenmue 2 you race ducks, and Shenmue 3 we eat them. This is true.
Not the same ducks though, right? That'd be savage.
We don't not, but who knows? Like how Rio just rolls up to work at like 10:15, like 2 hours late.
To be fair, he normally gets good sleep, especially in Shenmue 3.
Tom, hey, Rio, working hard at the
So
harbor today,
one night of 2 hours, I'm sure we can get by.
Yeah. What's wrong? You seem kind of blue.
Do you know the guy girl who runs the duck race on Twitch?
I think it's
Yeah, that's Ducky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Digital Duck, yeah.
Okay. Tell you what.
He
You come
used to
on
do some
by
streams for
later,
the dojo, didn't he, back in the day?
Back in the day.
Okay.
Green Market Court, for some reason, just many details you can spot.
Have a seat.
Sure.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? When you think of like, this could just be me, but Shenmue 1, I always split all the areas like Yamanose, Sakuroka, Dobuita Harbour. But in Shenmue 2, I sort of say like Aberdeen area, Wan Chai, Kowloon, Guilin, but technically you probably got the same amount of content in South Car main quarter on its own, if you know what I mean.
When trouble starts affecting
And then you
my
got
company,
Wiseman's,
that's a problem.
Lucky Charm,
You know what
White
I mean?
Dynasty,
Yes, I understand.
Green Market, Golden Quarter. All on
Thank you
their own
for
sort of
everything.
areas, aren't they?
Now I'm not going to do it
I
here
like-
because I'm trying to finish the stream. But if at this point you can like phone like Nozomi and people and get some unique conversations through.
But you got a phone Nozomi now. You said that, Matt.
I've not. I haven't got the time to.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, I was going to say
Tom.
I really like Golden Quarter. I think something about Golden Quarter I like. Not just the arcade, but just the. Quite like the shopping mall, the ice cream shop.
Hey, Rio!
Tom,
It's cold. I'll get you some coffee, okay?
I don't feel like coffee today.
Hey,
We need a
Rio,
Vince McMahon
look.
moment where you're fighting Vince McMahon's home.
Tom, what was that leg move?
Favorite new
Favorite
character?
new
Shenmue
character?
3.
It's a tornado kick.
Tough one.
You
Grandmaster
want me to
Son,
teach
he's
you.
funny. The Drunken Master.
Yeah, teach me.
Okay, it's your lucky day. First, the music.
I don't know, you know. I want to say people like Shillin, but I can't because
Don't do a lot.
nothing with her. Which means you kind of just got to go for like the side sort of character, aren't you?
Very simple, okay?
Yang Lang, yeah.
First, try the steps. You take 2 steps.
I like
towards
the
me.
cutscenes you do get with Aldier.
Okay.
They're good, yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily make that mean that she's my favourite new character,
Who'd think someone could
but I do
master
like the
kick so
mysterious
quickly?
nature about her
That's just like you, Rio.
Thanks, Tom.
and the fact that she was there for that envoy stuff back in the day.
This is
I
how
find that
it's
really
done,
interesting.
Okay?
I'd like to say Feng as well, but you don't really see much of Feng either,
Second kick.
unfortunately.
This is the real tornado kick.
Who is that NPC who tells you stories and he's lying? I can't remember his name.
You
It's
try
a
it,
side quest,
okay?
isn't it?
Just Sue, ain't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Sue or something.
Mr. Sue's Tall Tales, I think it is.
Yeah, they're quite good.
Yeah, perfect. You got the rhythm now.
Thanks, Tom.
The tornado
There's a shame you
kick is
don't just
very
get enough
powerful,
with those characters
Kick
to
is
sort of
perfect
make
for
them
when
stand
you're
out
surrounded
more.
by multiple opponents. Do you want to
Unfortunately.
practice longer?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, Scribe.
Okay. You
To
mastered
propose
the
that
leg
to
move,
Lemon and
great.
the team across the way. I mean, you can do it in the prototype or whatever or maybe it's just the wall skip stuff with switches. It's a cheat thing where you can actually cross the road.
I got something I need to
Ooh,
tell
shit,
you.
Renus doesn't like any of the characters in Shenmue 3.
Wei Zhen was good,
Tell me what.
actually.
Who was that?
Wei Zhen.
Wei Zhen, is that the
yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
I go back
I
to my
liked her.
What? All of a sudden?
Again,
Not
another
suddenly. I've been planning
underused
to for a
character,
while.
but I did like that we could use her in the
Tom.
DLC.
Rio, why are you going on your trip?
Apology, the music's
I-
quite low here. It's the mix I've got on the
I
game.
bet it has something to do with your father.
Closest to cover would be that
Yeah.
dude who's hitting on Shem 4 all
I
the
thought
time.
so.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, I
Kind
can
of.
get that.
Me? I'm going back to my home.
Or
And
maybe
you'll
bloody
be leaving soon too.
the VIP man.
Nobody can stop you.
Crazy
Tom,
how he does that sort of on his toes stuff.
Even though we part ways,
The kid in
you'll
the sailing
still be
venture.
one
Oh,
of my
God.
best friends.
you're mine too.
Favorite character. Hotel's meant is based on Pen.
Hey,
Oh,
last
the-
meal
yeah,
for
yeah, the
Tom's
Hong Kong
hot
one.
dogs. Get 'em while you can.
Yeah, I'll have one.
I think you took a photo with it, right, Paddy? And I've like the flags outside that it's got the same sort of flags.
Alright.
£5. So
Let's get through this as quick as we can.
lucrative
My
bets on Tentai's Zionda.
Tom.
Oh, Meow Sun. Good shout, Retro. Good shout.
Right, here we
Does
go.
that include Li Feng as well?
I'm here.
Any plans to do
You
a
sure
charity
got
stream
guts
again?
coming
Cool
here.
us. Possibly. We'll see what's around.
Was that this year or was that last
Yeah, it
year?
was this
This
year.
way. Follow me.
This year, wasn't it?
February, March time, where I was doing horse stance on stream.
Oh yeah. Definitely do that again.
Yeah,
Special effect.
Wait
there's a
here.
charity.
Typically do that, don't we?
Yeah, we
Is
do.
Guizhang
We do
coming
special
here?
effect every year. But if there's a charity
He
up, that
passes through here on his way home from
we
work.
might do another one this year. We'll see.
Hmm.
Here he comes.
I'm out of here. Hazuki, why
That's
are
a
you
good point,
here?
Stu. I mean,
Guizhang, I want to fight you.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What?
I think I knew,
What are you talking about?
but only because I knew that we were getting the house on, and there was something off about it. But when I was reading that topic on the dojo that was all about like how, I forget his name, I'm sorry if you're listening, but how you changed the story in Shenmue 3, and there was a bit of a debate going on about how that Li Feng thing didn't work, but I actually thought it did, because she made such a friendly sort of relationship with
Nothing
Ryo,
to lose.
albeit
Say
only
what?
like 2 or 3 cutscenes,
Terry will
but
take me to land D.
she seemed like a nice person, you know what I
Just
mean?
a punk like Terry?
That you could imagine her, you know, Shenmue kept asking Ryo, like, who's that girl that you would keep looking at and that sort of stuff. Those vibes. So you could see him going off with her, thinking like she's quite a friendly lady.
You'd be better off
So I
losing.
thought it did work.
Lose to you?
They were sort of
Go down
debating
before
that
you get hurt.
that story beat didn't work. The reveal. I feel like it could have been maybe more of a shock moment.
What? By a kick like that?
Huh, you call that a kick? Huh.
But it still works. Yeah, like Scribe says, I think a couple more. Perhaps where she's
So
like
you're
almost
serious?
befriending Shenmue as well
aren't?
would have been good to
Come
see.
on.
Bring it on.
Excellent.
All right, Hazuki.
Well, come on.
There's no one mentioned Neo-Sun at the end of the game by name.
I think it's one of those things where Li Fang, it just needed more development. A lot of the character, the story stuff just needed more. That's all it was. I get it.
Yeah.
I get what they were going for,
You
but
know-
it needs more.
You're not too bad.
Nor you. It's my lucky day. I'll get rid of both of you at one time.
Yeah, I can see what Vivi's saying. It's like,
Hey, can you move?
I think it served the
Let's see what
purpose,
this
but it
do
could have been
here.
better.
You're on. That's low, Terry.
I will
Maybe just
make
one
you
scene
pay.
where, you know, she helped
You
Shenmue out
like
and they
me that much,
smiled at each other or
then
something, and it was a bit
invite you
of like a
to
friendly
hell.
scene.
Wait!
Yeah, maybe she's more like quite known in Niawu. So like if she was not in disguise, maybe people would
There's
have
trouble
recognized her
here,
as
man.
Niao-sun, as a bad,
Save
this
your
bad
complaints for
lady.
later.
I don't know.
Fine.
I guess Rio wouldn't have known who it was, regardless.
Hey, Rhino.
Yeah, like Stu says, that's probably about right. Yeah, Rhino. How's it going, dude?
So I'm going to spam kick to hell if I can.
That's typically what I do, to be honest, Matt. I love that little flying kick. There's like enemies that you can't kind of do because they keep blocking, but once you know which ones they are, I just throw them with the B. Like a quick, easy forward B. It one-hits them.
You're pretty good.
But if you want to go like proper Richard Payne on their asses, mate, you're going to have to counter every move and punch them in the stomach.
Right, boss 1.
Okay,
232.
who's first?
Ooh, off to Prague. I don't think I've ever been anywhere near there. Where's Prague, or is that...
Czech Republic.
Is it? Hope you had a good time on. Yeah, the flying kick, I use it because sometimes you can take out like 3 in one. You know, if they all line up, you just...
No focus.
Cruel Cyclone's a good one as well, actually. When they start running at you. I think it's a good move. It got me, won me that Rio figure. So,
Come on.
Richard Payne would have smashed me, mate, if he was in that competition
Try to clean out as many
back in the day.
bastards as I can quickly. We just had another raid come in, by the way.
Yo! Very, very
Lord
good.
of Funko Land, thank you very much for the raid. Hope everybody is well who's joining us.
Appreciate these raids, guys.
Hey, you okay?
Purple pajamas, man.
Shut up.
It's strange though, isn't it, Scribe? I just think that, despite what people say, I think just Shenmue 3 was actually a very solid game. The fact that there is no glitches or bugs that people have found or discovered sort of shows testament, you know, some of these games that are releasing now, like Matt said at the start of the stream or whatever about that Redfall. How could you release it in that state? And yet Shenmue 3 gets such a bad rep or whatever. And it's bugless. I never really thought that's Stu. What? It doesn't sound like Eric Castle doing it. Or maybe it was a different day. They had him back in the studio and it wasn't the same voice, perhaps.
He's dead.
Hazuki style?
That's one, Matt.
You're all talk, I see.
I typically like get to the last dude and then just start running around in circles, recover health.
Shall I take them all on? That's it.
Ooh, another Segway tour, Prague. If you've never been on a Segway before, definitely do it.
I did it on a stag do once, it was good fun.
Appreciate that, Baltimore, by the way. Baltimore GSO says, just finished up my personal stream of Shenmue 2, so figured I'd send some friends your way.
No, thank you very much.
You must be the raid guy. Thank you for that.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, it could have been a 10 out of 10 game. People still would have hated it. It's true. Sounds like Eric Calso just not like Guizhang, if that makes sense. Sort of.
I've cornered it. Shit, I need to get out of the corner.
Hey, Mr. Starwalker. late stream. We're going to finish the game off today, so another 20 odd minutes to go.
Oh, I'm in trouble here. I need to do some running. Goodbye.
It's a bit of a nasty headlock on it in between his crotch. Oh, mate, get your snake power out. Oh, did you, Paddy? Is that your first time on a Segway? It's scary at first because obviously it's all in the lean, isn't it? But it just feels so natural. It kind of makes me wish they weren't so daft looking, because I'd love to just roam around on Segways. And this is actually my point that I made probably about a year ago when I was on about them not inventing transport, like newer transport. They've sort of stopped. We sort of tailed off at train, aeroplane. There's no more transports being made. But if everyone just got past the fact that Segways look a bit stupid. How far can you go on a Segway? Like, it's battery operated, right? Do you recharge it?
Depends on the charge and battery that you've got.
Imagine Segwaying on the M6 to fucking Birmingham.
There we go. Fuck you, Pedro. You're dead.
No, I haven't either, Paddy. No, we had some actually just up the road when they were trying to get people to rent them, I think. So you put like time, like you've got an app, you put a $5 on them and then you could ride them, but only in like these designated areas. If you go outside the area, it like alerts them or they shut off or something.
I'll take this.
But I never actually did it. But again, that's another thing. Those would be brilliant if people just. Or is it against the law? I don't think you're allowed to drive them, are you? Might be making that up, but I feel like if you buy an electric scooter, I don't think you're legally allowed to drive them or something. But again, great idea. Just needs people to do it, to use it.
We're nearly
just
there.
hop on, hop on, hop off. It's like Amsterdam with all bikes, right? You just cycle, bikes everywhere. You just jump on a bike and.
What? Too bad, huh? You want them that bad? You better start swimming. Damn.
Oh, we got someone to ban. I'll sort that out.
Yeah.
Apparently I can't.
Can't even fucking remember it. Oh, hang on, I think I've got it.
After all that, still didn't get
Ban.
Randy.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
You're going after him? Well, I just can't give up. But how can I?
You seen that small electric car made by Renault or something that goes up to 30 miles an hour?
I'll talk to my father.
I was in a museum
I'll ask my father
few-
to help you out.
maybe just a month or two ago,
Really?
and they had this
Contact me later.
really tiny
Okay.
car that I think it was the guy that made this. Is it the Spectrum Sinclair guy?
Oh yeah.
He made like a single person car thing,
No.
electric powered, all the
That's
way
my
back in
line.
like 1980 or something, and it just never took on.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was like some little thing. Like it wasn't very big,
Yeah.
but like half the size of a mini type thing.
Yeah, but the plan was just everyone just. You wouldn't have had to put petrol in them. You just charged them and they look pretty sick, to be honest. And that tech, they really should have got under that. Really cheap, I think they were about like a few £100 to buy or something. These little personal car things. Only good use for like maybe 20 minutes drive. Just back and forth, but
Hey Joe, you're right, man. Well, you're
Yo,
gonna get about
Joe.
another half an hour
Wilson!
ish, depending on how I
have you
do
picked up the
this.
photograph?
Here, it's for you.
Yes, I did.
From Ine-san, and
Okay.
it's not much, but from me.
The car is called AMI or something.
Take care, and come back in one piece.
I just wish these things took off. Oh, was that the Renault one? Did you say it was electric? Oh, okay. It's like a modern day version of like that car then. It looks weird. I think it's all in the looks. I mean, I'd love to see them like take off, but you know, these people looking at that and just laughing their arses off at how stupid it looks.
Hey, Steen, man, you alright? Hey, high five as well. Welcome in. You've got probably the last 20-ish minutes of the stream.
What is it though? It's $19.99 a month. Looking for a tiny, super affordable electric vehicle? Welcome to the Citroen AMI, the cheapest electric car that can cover up to 46 miles.
46 miles, bloody hell. Hey, Splash Man.
But to be fair, Matt, weren't you saying in is it Oxford or something where they were trialing that where you can't leave your city or something?
Yeah, they've like segregated it off into zones.
Zone stuff. So maybe this is like the future. Everyone sticks to the zone. 46-mile radius.
Someone, Rhino, did that meme with the Arthur meme and the Rio fist clench.
Hey, Splash, please. Yeah, late one.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, you're all dropping in late. I'm finishing Shenmue 1. Is there any reason we're going this late? I want to get this game finished tonight, because then it gives me every chance of finishing Shenmue 2 and 3 this year, like one after the other.
You'll definitely do 2. Double denim.
Oh, there we go.
It's okay, Joe. No problem.
You're here now?
Mm-hmm. Been quite quick, actually. 3 hours on it, Matt.
It's gone quick.
Gone rapid.
If I'd realised I was this tight to it, I'd probably played an hour, like today, just to speed things along, but I didn't realise. Hey Virgil, welcome in. Hopefully Shenmue 4 will be out by the time you finish. I'll take an announcement by the time I finish these streams at the end of the year. Like Shenmue 1 to 3 back to back.
That would be good. And hopefully it's an announcement for them, like it's coming out soon, and not like the announcement of like it's going to take 4 years, guys. Dave Unknown, welcome, boy.
Problem is,
Really, sorry, Matt.
I was going to say, seeing Dave's comment, problem is, if it is in the pipeline, they probably can't tell us yet. Because there'll be all sorts of contracts in place.
Your foolishness knows no bounds, eh?
High Five Authentic as well, getting some
Announcement
new.
of intent.
Thank you for arranging my trip to Hong Kong.
Which Shenmue game do you think is the longest? I guess that question is, Matt. 1, 2, or 3?
I could do.
If you play them naturally, 2.
You're too reckless.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It worries me, so...
Although if you're playing
Although
Shenmue 3 the
three
first time,
padded out a bit,
grinding,
so yeah.
yeah.
I cannot allow you to go alone.
Do you think there's a chance they're
Besides,
secretly working on
we
it?
also need to know what Landi is doing.
There's always a chance.
That's the gist of it.
To be fair, that is true. There's never been like a leaked Yu Suzuki game, has there? That I'm aware of.
No, it's all been very quiet. Like Air Twister, dead quiet. Hay
Yeah.
Feet, by the way, he just joined us at the end.
In use since the Song Dynasty.
Like even if there's going to be a Virtua Fighter 6 or whatever, nothing's leaked about that at all, has there? There's just been like these rumours or...
Yes,
You utilize your opponent's
Fight
attack to
fucking
flip
Chai
them.
now, and then
First, I will
remember the
explain the
QTE.
basic form. Watch
Forklift
closely.
tweet true. It's
Yeah.
probably the closest to a leak, but he did that himself, so
You take one
there's a pass
step
on that.
Yeah, people
backwards
weren't
to
happy about
evade
that
the
either.
opponent's attack.
But I can't think of anything. Like even was it the
Then
Virtua
focus
Fighter
power
5
in your arms
Ultimate
to
Finals
throw your
Showdown
opponent off
mode or
the
whatever it was
That
called
was
that was
really
released?
quiet.
That just
And
came out of
then
nowhere, wasn't
kick
it?
Their legs out and flip. In actual combat, you'd strike here. The throw
I reckon he
alone
was
won't
ahead. He probably would.
incapacitate your
He probably
opponent.
tweet something out just to sort of get people ready.
First, try to execute the proper form.
Sam didn't know.
Shift your weight while taking one step.
That did get leaked in it just before the bloody Nintendo Direct, which is annoying. I don't know why people bother. Just to get like a little bit of
I was correct in my
credibility or
judgment of
something. I don't know what they're after.
Does that mean we shouldn't
You
pay any
have
kind of
superb
attention to the
talent.
110 Industries helicopter ladder tweet? Personally,
But to
no.
truly master the
Nah.
It's just
flip,
too many
you
things
must
point
be
to
able to
Wanted Dead, don't they?
anticipate
August.
your opponent's attack.
August drops in on a helicopter or whatever in the game.
Far.
Yeah, it's
And I think they have announced DLC or something, right?
there's
You were saying that?
there's a spin-off and a director's cut
You must
coming of what
attack him in
they
earnest.
talked about in their Discord apparently.
I will.
Like, yeah.
Hmm.
Begin.
Dum 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 dum.
Beautiful. Right.
First time.
Excellent.
In actual
Well
combat.
Has this been
You'd strike
graphically
here.
enhanced? Yes, it has. It's running
You have more
a
ability
mod
than I
from. Bugger, who
No,
did it?
sir. You're a superior instructor.
This technique
did the
works
mod?
best
Because
when
it's
you
HD
can
patches
anticipate
based with
your
HD
opponent's
textures.
attack.
I can't remember who did it now. It's
I
because
know
it's
you
late.
If you
mean.
wish to practice further,
I would have had it,
master
but
the
since you
timing of the
questioned it,
attack.
I instantly forgot. Begins with an S.
Streamer 2K. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think I can manage now.
Very well. Then there is
When's the
nothing
next law
more that
stream,
I
Jim?
can do.
That will be a week on Friday,
I am in
which
your
is a
debt.
week tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You're going.
Yes.
Right, last fight. We're nearly there.
I do think they don't really need to have these sort of licenses anymore. I reckon they can make a really good outrun game or something, for example, without requiring a Ferrari license.
You're not going to Hong Kong because the great Chai will defeat you.
Because it's such a shame a lot of these games getting lost like year after being a climax. They had to delist it because of the deal or whatever with whatever the jet company is. Fighter jet thing.
That's sad, isn't it? Because then they're gone.
Just
Like,
so
forever.
sad, yeah. Just because of a licensing issue. Yeah, I agree, Paddy. I feel like a lot of the 110 tweets and the way that they try and market Wanted Dead, if that's what they're doing, is, I don't know, it's just whatever they're picking is close to Shenmue, isn't it? With the ladder, the apples and bananas and all
Because
that
they
sort of stuff.
know to a point that we'll engage with it. So even if it
Yeah.
was or wasn't,
But then at the same time, are we like, we're not really a massive crowd of people that's going to promote Wanted Dead, are we? So
no.
it seems strange. Just big coincidences, I don't know. Exactly, Paddy. Profile on Twitter's Cherry Blossom. Someone said that earlier, and I meant to have a look. 110. What's the 110 Industries Twitter thing again?
Just Google 110 Industries Twitter. You should find it.
No,
on. It
it's
must
just
be
at
me.
110 Industries. I don't know why it wasn't coming up when I was typing it on Twitter. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. I start typing someone's name or something on Twitter, and it just brings up like loads of random people. Whereas like someone I actually follow, surely it should know that I've typed in enough characters to show me whoever we're bloody following.
Right, Chai's dead. Excellent.
Yeah, I see
It
that the
is
cherry
a
blossoms, but it's
it's a
literally just a
stage.
screenshot from Wanted Dead, isn't it?
Where's Landy?
The Landy-sama is sailing the sea.
So there's nothing in that. It's just because it's April, or it has been April, which is like cherry blossom season.
Landy's already left for
So
Hong
they just
Kong.
picked like a screenshot from Wanted Dead.
Wanted Dead's a fine game. It's okay. Like, I enjoyed my time with it, but yeah, they're treading thin ice, I think, with the Shenmue related stuff. Excuse me.
Yeah, 110. Wanted Dead looks like a great game. Looks like a game that I'd love to play.
Oh,
I was just waiting for it to come down in price, to be honest. Oh, nice. Vivi, you shared the flying kick, taking out 3 people.
oh fuck. That's why. Did I beat Chai on the arcade? No, I did not. And then failed the QTE here because I banned somebody quickly.
Work in progress screenshots. Team Wheel and Shoe. Should we sweep that? Oh, Shenmue Stare gave us a retweet as well.
There we are.
The
Dead.
stream. That was Aaron one, I think.
Will we see Chai again in Shenmue 4? I hope not. I think it just needs to be done now.
Travel injured.
It's my fault.
Don't worry. This injury will heal.
If they brought Chai back, do you reckon Rio would be like, who's that creepy skinhead guy?
Probably.
Yeah.
Don't worry about my son.
Oh, we had another bot, did we?
At the moment,
Yeah, I got
I
it.
don't
just
know
to turn
where Zhu Yuanda is. Instead, I will introduce you to someone I know can be trusted. Tao Li Shou, one of Hong Kong's elder masters. The address is in there.
I don't have a problem with Chai being in Shenmue 3. I think it's how they did it, potentially.
Yeah.
Because there's a theory with one of the chapter tiles where his eyes are under the train, or
Thank
looks
you
like
very
Chai's
much.
eyes are under the train, and he's due to make a reappearance anyway. So it's...
Possibly. I don't think that's Chai. If I'm looking at it, doesn't look like Chai to me. But obviously we know from the comic thing he follows Rio, doesn't he? So it was like he's always going to be a recurring annoyance. Let Chai show up in every game and Rio not know who he is. Got like this mind wipe. Because he's the most recognisable character in the game. Hello, you okay? Still streaming, yeah, I'm just finishing the game. Might be too long.
Oh, Rio.
I scared you?
No,
Brief
just
life
spooked.
appearance there.
You know, it's kind of funny.
Funny?
Not in trouble. Just expect to be done by now, I suppose.
I was just making a wish for you,
To be fair, so did I.
and you suddenly
I
appeared.
Yeah,
didn't
I've not,
realise
like, told
where
her.
it was. I'd have
Hey, wish for me?
I hadn't told her that we were going over anything,
You
so.
are going
I'd
to
have played
Hong
an
Kong,
hour.
aren't you?
like earlier just to get
How
through
did you
some of it.
know?
I finally made Fukusan tell me. You've been so preoccupied lately.
I'm destined to finish bang on midnight, yeah?
So,
I
That's
do.
good.
I get that Virgil that Chai was necessary to show
I
Ryo's
won't
power
stop
levels.
you.
He dispatches
I know
him
you're
fairly
well enough to
easily,
know I
doesn't he?
can't.
That is true.
3.
Take this amulet.
But he's still nowhere near Landy.
I'm hoping it will keep you safe. At least that's what I've been wishing and willing it to do.
Mizumi.
She did once, Paddy.
I'm so glad I was able to give it to you.
Just trolling me once.
I've been so busy lately. Getting ready to return to Canada.
Oh yeah, you're leaving for Canada soon.
Do you think he's going to end up with anyone, Ryo?
No, he'll go on another journey to further his martial arts
Well,
ability.
I gotta go home.
Unless she's his sister.
Well, be
I
careful.
could see him
Okay.
getting together with Shenmue, actually. Because she does talk about wanting to go back to Japan with him and stuff, doesn't she, in Shenmue
We're
3?
both leaving Japan. I wish.
Is it supposed to be like that original,
Yeah,
was it the
more
Watch
time.
Shenmue trailer or some sort of trailer where there's the poem? It's supposed to be a story of romance or something, it mentions, right?
It does,
Anyone
yeah.
know what I'm on about that? Yeah.
Here we go. Well, I've done it. It's been an extended stream, but I've done it.
I always found that scene to be weird. Like how he's thinking about it on the boat. There was a time, I guess you wouldn't really find out until Shenmue 2 that you actually got the talisman or not, or if it was just like a imagination dream. Because it's kind of a bit dreamlike, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a flashbacky type thing, isn't it? You're not quite sure, but obviously
Yeah.
it's there in 2
Shenmue
and,
2, you
and
got the
3.
the
It's in
item, so-
3, isn't it, as well?
In the anime, she gives it you.
God, Joe, I remember this as a kid, thinking, what the fuck? I did not get Landy, you bastard, not knowing there was a sequel at the time.
Right, so you're one of them, but for the Shenmue 1 treatment, so that people are like,
Fuck. But then
what the
obviously,
fuck? Shenmue 3 is not a trilogy.
I went straight on the internet and was like, oh, Shenmue 2's coming out next year. I was like, great, excellent.
Yeah, see, it was good that they did them in tandem like that, actually, wasn't it? Because anyone that really enjoyed the first game, you didn't have long to wait for the second, and it's like, you don't get stuff like that anymore, do you? You don't get sequels a year later, to the best of my knowledge, anyway. That was a treat, and then we had to wait 15 years, 18 years, or whatever.
He comes from a far eastern land.
It's like the
across
complete
the ocean.
opposite ends of the spectrum.
A young man who has yet to realize his own potential.
This was always weird, I thought, as well, like this random
This
bloke's
potential
voice.
is a power.
Yeah.
Although, are you playing it in English?
As well
Yeah,
as
I
ensure
was.
His will is
Yeah.
realized.
Sounds like Mark Cerny or something.
It fits though. I didn't mind it at the time. I still don't mind it now, in fairness.
No, I don't. It's just weird how he says, as though Shenmue's, I await whilst praying or whatever.
For the realization of this destiny predetermined since ancient times. A pitch black night unfolds, with morning star as its only light.
Here you go, Matt, find out who the voice is and do an interview.
Begins.
And thus, the
Yeah,
saga
Stuart, there was all
begins.
this Shenmue 2 footage and screenshots we saw, but none of it in Shenmue 1.
It is insane though, like that this was a prologue kind of thing. It is, isn't it? It's like chapter 1. It's just that this chapter was so fleshed out, it became its own game. And obviously they couldn't maintain that standard, otherwise that would be nuts, wouldn't it? Like 11 games worth of... I did think it was like interesting that maybe there was like a few people that were complaining that where's all this China stuff that we were promised.
Well, if they were, they wouldn't have been told. You wouldn't have heard them, would you? Because social media didn't exist back then.
True. And the game's big enough anyway, ain't it? Do you know what I mean? It's a game-sized game, especially for the time. Remember, we all thought Shenmue 3 would have the boat chapter. That's true as well.
Mm.
I don't know where that came from, but that was one thing that I was expecting to see, like, between Bailu and Yaoum. I don't know if someone mentioned that, or it was in a Kickstarter update or something, or we just took the wrong, like, sort of phrasing or wording of something. Might be Shenfua's dad. The voice, that Blake Brooks voice reading that prologue.
I could see it. It's hammering down with rain here now.
Is it? You've had my rain from like 2 hours ago. It's just made its way down there. There is some strange dialogue in Shenmue 3, the gorgeous stuff. Shenmue 2 peak ending though, right?
There's also, in early Shenmue 3 footage, there is a boat screenshot, and I think where it looks like it's around, like, coming out of Bailu, like in main sort of wheeling up the Lee River before you hit.
Screenshot. Let me see.
Yeah, I'd have to dig it out.
There's some interesting development screenshots. I think it's that one. Post it on Twitter later, Matt. What are people saying? One of the early screenshots looked like the inside of a boat, but didn't we sort of get that in the end?
Do you know what? I was playing Jedi Survivor. I finished it today. The fucking credits were 15 minutes long.
Really?
We should revisit the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter material on the podcast. That's not a bad idea. Like, all of the stuff that we saw. That's quite a good idea, actually.
That would be a good one. Because obviously we did the Kickstarter timeline, but we didn't actually go into each of the updates.
We went into the media reaction and all that shit.
Yeah, like the overview.
But actually, look at the material that was out from the updates. Now, we wouldn't be able to do every update because there's fucking hundreds of them, but...
We could definitely skim read them.
Yeah, or like certainly pick out big ones that had big updates, big trailers and things in them.
Yeah. I reckon we could maybe do all of them, but like update 1 was this happened, update 2, and then when we get to the big ones we can discuss them a little bit more. That might be pretty cool. And then that would literally be a nice way of collecting all the...
I do remember it.
Yeah, good idea, Mr. Starwalker. I like that.
We'll pin that. It's a good one to do, actually. You need a bit of research, but it'd be a good one to do. That could be a long one.
I just open up like 87 tabs, how many updates there was of the emails.
I think it was over 100 in the end, but I could be wrong.
I think there was, actually, you're right. There was one where I thought they hadn't sent it me because they skipped a number.
But nobody
either
got
accidentally.
That one. One update nobody got.
I think the update was on the website, but not in the email. I think that was it. Something like that. Shenmue 3 can't promise 60 FPS but can promise cute and sexy girls.
I do remember that, yeah.
Ridiculous. I do somewhat agree with you, Virgil. Like, looking at some of the early artwork and screenshots, they're not as bad as you remember them being. Like, at the time, it was like they look pretty good, you know. And they kind of must have had
they sort
either
of strayed away from it, didn't they? I don't know why. Whether it's a creative decision or the engine decision. To be honest, what they need...
They had, an influx of cash and decided to overhaul the graphics again.
To be honest, what I think they need to do is a Shenmue 3 post-mortem. Like the whole development cycle. Like they did for GDC, like an hour and a half. And just go into that shit. It'd be really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Rhino, I was saying, because I don't know why the email didn't get triggered, but this is just going off the top of my head memory, but I think they did the update on Kickstarter. It just didn't trigger an email for some reason. But I've got a feeling it is on the Kickstarter website. But yeah, some of these development screenshots, mate.
Yeah.
They don't look half bad. Honestly, they don't. And you've got Shenmue in her original outfit, albeit you just seen the back of her. So obviously they weren't happy with the face. But the outfit looks fine, actually. I feel like, I know obviously hindsight's a thing, but they could maybe have reduced more with this standard of whatever they reached peaked at this graphic level before they decided to overhaul it all. Because it just seems like they ran out of time, but maybe if they hadn't have...
I do wonder
whatever
what would have
happened.
got had Deep Silver not come in, but I've always said this around the project. I think Yu Suzuki was very ambitious of what he had and what he wanted to do. And actually, would they have been better off honing in on Bailu itself and nailing that to a T, and then the ending? I don't know, but I mean, you can't fault a man for his ambition. You can argue that the ambition was far greater than what he had resources-wise available, but that's Yu Suzuki at the end of the day. The man is an ambitious person. He's always going to push the envelope with whatever he's got. It's just him.
Remember that? I'm just looking at it now, Matt. Remember that screenshot where they photoshopped Ryo Hazuki's face onto the thing? That doesn't happen in the game. It's like a cutscene in the middle of almost like a sit-down food place where people are dining, and he's just kicking a bloke over. But it's Bailu Village.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, right. Guys, that is Shenmue 1 done. We've done a nearly 4-hour stream.
Oh, it's the same, by the way, Rhino. I thought I accidentally deleted it.
But yeah. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around to allow us to finish Shenmue 1. Just a few little bits coming up. We have a YouTube video coming out on Saturday. I go on a Matt rant. It's well worth doing. Thanks everybody who's been with us. We've got the Lore stream next Friday, so a week tomorrow. James will be back with the Lore stream. We're back on the 4th of every month as well, with where I will be playing Shenmue 2 for the first time in a while on stream, as part of my year-long ambition to do every game back-to-back on stream. So we'll see where we go. But for now, guys, I'm going to take us out, as I always do, for the newbies. Get your saxophones ready. We are going out to Wish. Thank you for engaging with everything that we do, all the content, all the hashtags. Let's get Shenmue 4, hashtag Shenmue Anime 2. Keep pushing, keep working. We will get there, I promise you. These are the hard yards now, but we'll get there at the end. But for now, guys, take care. Have a good one. It's goodbye from me.
Bye from me. Take care, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.
て通り過ぎる海へつながるほど潮の香り運ぶよ愛しさが優しい嘘つかせる前に寂しさを今抱いてほしいのに I wish you were all with me here with me いくつの夜を越えても込み上げる切なさは行くあてもないままで Don't leave me alone till morning still we see この胸は揺れてるけどまだ帰りたくない星が消えるまでもう少し巡る季節の中で流されそうになった時もきっとこの気持ちだけ甘い香り残すよ背中から聞いたこと泣きたくなった祈りにも似た想い抱きし